mixing the batter and getting behind the stove. Next, Everton legend Thomas Gravesen swapped out the high stakes of the Premier League for those of the poker room. He made over 150 racked up a reported £100 million from his Las Vegas adventures. Remember former Chelsea goalkeeper Petr Cech? Turns out football nets weren't the only goals he was pretty handy in front of. After retirement, he became a goaltender in ice hockey. Same skills, very different surface. And he even won a Division 2 title with Guildford Phoenix. For ex-Liverpool centre-back Daniel Agger, it wasn't just fancy footwork that was in his blood. He was also pretty good with his hands. The Denmark international turned to tattoo artistry after he hung up his boots. He'd qualified as a skin artist while at Anfield, and he then became the co-owner of his own tattoo company as well. It's not all glamour for ex-pros, though. 1966 World Cup winner Ray Wilson set up a very different kind of business. He became an undertaker after he retired. Finally, not many people can say they've won both a World Cup and starred in an Oscar-winning film. In fact, there's only one person in the entire world who can say that. Frank Leboeuf, the former Chelsea defender, was part of the 1998 France squad who won the World Cup. He ended up marking Brazil's Ronaldo in the final and helped his side to a 3-0 win. But Leboeuf had already begun acting on the side while he was playing football, and his biggest role came some years after his retirement when he landed the part of a doctor in the Stephen Hawking biopic The Theory of Everything.
I embrace the career of acting, so I want to learn more. So seeing lots of movies is a part of my job.
To be honest, with all the dramatic diving in the game these days, there's probably tons of ex-pros who've got the acting skills to make it in Hollywood.
Good morning, welcome along to the weekend breakfast here on TalkSport with me, Shebahn Aherne, and former Chelsea and Republic of Ireland striker Tony Cascarino.
Good morning.
Connor Benn picked up a dominant victory over Chris Eubank Jr. at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Well, everyone's saying I can't box. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. How about that?
Will do, buddy. Scotland were defeated 3-2 by Greece and almost threw away their chances of topping the group. Yay.
That means it goes down to a shootout at Hampden Park between Scotland and Denmark on Tuesday night. Greece 3, Scotland 2.
And then Denmark dropped points as well, so somehow we can still make it through automatic qualification if we top the group on Tuesday. We'll review that game and discuss all of the home nations matches, and England travel to Albania to look to complete a perfect qualifying campaign. Thomas Tuchel says his team will be ready.
There's no reason not to trust our team because I saw them train yesterday, I saw them train this morning. All of them are desperate to play, and it's a good feeling, and yeah, hopefully we can prove it.
Albania take on England live for you tomorrow on TalkSport from 4 o'clock. Hope you're good this morning. You can get in touch, let us know your thoughts on Scotland. We've got Ireland ahead of us today. Wales got a win yesterday, and Northern Ireland could still make the World Cup too. But let's not forget, England are going for 8 wins from 8. 81089 03717 22 33 44. You're listening to the Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport. Good morning, Mr. Cascarino.
Hi, Shebahn, you okay?
Great. Great.
Tired?
No, I'm not tired. I'm angry. I'm disappointed.
Oh, well, that's the Scotland start then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then you should be optimistic as well.
I always am. I always am optimistic, and I'm always positive, but...
Imagine giving another chance.
Therefore, I'm like, guys, come on, we've been given another lifeline.
Yeah.
And we're going home.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be, because the playoff situation will be so much harder, and I don't know if I can fully trust us yet in a playoff.
No, you and we're going to talk in a while about Scotland, but you're having a problem. You've got two really big problems. One is you can't defend, and the other one is you can't score goals, especially from the centre forward area.
And that's all we've got time for on this morning show. I know, and you know what?
That's a big problem.
Hit the bar yesterday. We could have been so much better. I mean, the fact that Denmark dropped points to Belarus and Tuesday's winner takes all still.
Yeah.
It's quite incredible.
That lifeline is just something you've just got to hang on to. And it will be rocking at Hampden.
I mean, the first time since 1998, you know, there's a fan base there who have never experienced the World Cup. You know, I just about remember it. Yeah. Just about. So there's a quality team here, and you're right, defending was so bad yesterday, so bad. Yeah. But they'll know that. It's now a case of how quickly they can regroup and tell themselves, we can do this.
Look, this game is going to be forgotten, the Greece defeat. Lots of, you know, if you don't qualify, people will mention it. If you get through into a playoff, or like because you're guaranteed a playoff, but if you get past, you know, and get the result against Denmark and win the group. Yeah. No one will give two hoots.
This is it. 8:10:89. Scotland fans, morning to you. You confident we can get the job done on Tuesday at Hampden? You can get in touch with us this morning, 03717 223344. And then last night, Benn took revenge over Chris Eubank Jr. A decisive points victory at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And we had it live for you here on TalkSport.
Feel it coming in the air.
The boxing gods are certainly smiling on us tonight.
Can the sequel supersede the original? This is Fight Night Live from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on TalkSport.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna this town tonight.
It's what we've all been waiting for, and how are the tactics going to unfold?
Oh my days! 50 Cent is accompanying Chris Eubank Jr. to the centre of the ring.
There's a good right hand over the top from Benn, and another one. Oh, good right hand from Benn. Drops Eubank back onto the ropes, and a nod of acknowledgement from Eubank.
It's quite sad. Eubank looks really disinterested at this point. He looks beaten.
Here comes Benn. Right hand, chopping right hand, and another, and Eubank goes down.
This is the end of the Benn Eubank saga.
Unless, yeah, historic night in British boxing. Saw Benn knock down Eubank Jr. twice in the last couple of rounds of the fight. Cass, what do you make?
Right, well, there's a few things, right? My first thoughts were Nigel, the dad, Ben, who would be so proud of his son. And then there was Eddie, who was gleeing with a Cheshire smile, Cheshire cat smile, like of you know, you could tell there was so much delight. Like you'd expect any, you know, manager of a boxer would be delighted that their fighter's got a victory. We go to the fight. What dominated for me was weight loss and drugs in sport, which we've spoke. This is affecting boxing big style because, you know, we're seeing so many failed tests, but we're also seeing this weight loss that's become a big problem. We saw it in the previous fight when Chris Eubank Jr. was fined. The weight loss clearly had an impact on him. I'm taking nothing away from Benn because he won for me every round. Yep. Lethargic, empty, drained was the three words I used on watching Chris Eubank Jr. Then you go to the judges, the cards, and I looked at the punch stats because they're quite important because you're looking to see. It was every round. Benn had won a higher percentage of, you know, if you go through them, right? Chris Eubank Jr. threw 365 punches, connected with 68. Okay, so that's about an 18% hit rate. Mm-hmm. Then you go to Benn, it's 426 punches, 173 landed, 40% hit rate. So, and one judge, by the way, gave Chris Eubank Jr. 3 rounds. I don't know how. How? Because every round for me, from the start of the fight, it was literally dominated by Benn, and he won comfortably. Now, there's a bigger issue here, would they have a trilogy? Well, they can't have a trilogy at that same weight. That's obvious. because it plays a part. But Conor Benn was absolutely... I said yesterday, what did he learn from the first fight? Can that be the difference? Because the first fight, Conor Benn wanted to fight. Basically, that's school yard in the back, in the school playground that you might have, you see two lads just have a fight. It was that sort of way of thinking that had gone into it. And clearly their game plan, he was cool, calculated, kept it together and made it a boxing match. It reminded me of... It was a famous old fight when it was Roberto Duran against, and these were two greats, Roberto Duran and obviously, what's his name? Oh, I've gone. My mind's gone. Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. And that fight was a fight.
Yeah.
And Roberto Duran won. The second fight became a non-event because Sugar Ray Leonard literally stuck to his tactics and Duran couldn't get near him. And that was basically what we saw last night, that Conor Benn stuck to his tactics. Not even a problem for him winning the fight.
No, completely agree. He was good. He showed a really good fighter last night. And Eubank Jr., it seemed like the most energy he had was walking out and 50 Cent next to him.
Yeah.
That was an incredible ring walk. But I think you're right. I mean, in the 7-month period that we've had since the first fight, Eubank, he looked unwell. He almost looked he didn't look there. He didn't look present. He looked sick. And I think your health is your wealth and all of that.
Well, if you can't make the weight he's done it, but he's done it at a cost.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and he'll come away off the back of it, 10 million better. That's the thing. That's the bit where you look and go, he didn't look in a good position last night.
Yeah, and I don't want to take anything away from Conor Benn because I thought he was terrific, but that obviously suited him that way and he shone.
I completely agree. And Ben was brilliant. Chairman of Matchroom Sport, Eddie Hearn, spoke to TalkSport after the fight and said how massive this victory is.
He spent his entire life savings fighting his name. Yeah. He put his houses up for sale. He sold all his cars. He was down and out. He was totally finished. Every time he turned on social media, people were slating him. The media were slating him without really hearing the story. And we knew what a good kid this is. We believed in him. But that's not enough. Honestly, he was so low, he was done. And somehow, through faith and determination and hard work, he found his way back in the game. And he should be an inspiration to those people. Whatever you think of him, know this, he was finished, flat on the floor. He talked about taking his own life. Look at him now, he's just filled Spurs twice. He's on top of the world. There's always a way back, and he's a great shining light for that.
You don't see there being a trilogy here. It sounds like it's unfinished business has been settled.
Yeah, I don't think. Certainly at the same weight, that is just not an option. And I think Conor Benn, even after he spoke, he wasn't really that interested in, is it really another fight that you just generate loads more money? And I thought we saw last night that certainly at that weight, there was no chance that fight should go ahead again. And Conor Benn can go and chase other things, a world title.
Yeah.
That's what his goal is now. It isn't fighting Chris Eubank Jr. It's about going to chase a world title.
Did Eubank Jr. ever become world champion?
He did, I think. I'm sure he did. I'm pretty sure he did. But it was, look, there's so many different belts now, aren't there?
This is it, yeah. Okay, well, you can let us know your thoughts on that last night. Were you there? 0371722 3344 81089 if you want to get in touch. Do we see a trilogy here? It looks like they've shaken hands. There was a bit of respect towards each other at the end of the fight.
Well, we started, didn't we, in the original first bout with no respect. We've ended with respect.
I think there's a genuine hate each other, even just before the first bell went. Or they hate each other, and it ended the way it ends. And looks like they've shaken hands and moved on. Loads more reaction to the fight coming up throughout the show. And coming up next, we will turn our attention to Scotland. Good morning.
a bloodbath.
It's one of the fights of the year.
Eubank, I can't wait to smash your head in.
That's why he didn't beat me, and that's why he shall not beat me in November.
Good morning, this is Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport with me, Shebahn Aherne, and former Villa striker Tony Cascarino. The theme tune is back.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. You going to watch it tonight?
Probably not.
Watch it with me. Come on, we can talk about this on the weekends.
Yeah,
escapism.
I'll get the other half to have a watch of it, and she can tell me who.
Joe can be your I'm a Celebrity researcher.
Yeah, I just don't watch it.
It's the best show. I mean, of all TV shows that survives for so long.
Yeah, I've watched a few of them. I watched it when Dennis Wise was in there, because Dennis I played with at Chelsea, and I wondered how he'd get on because Dennis was quite feisty, so I thought it would be lots of,
He was well behaved enough.
He was well behaved, which surprised me.
So that was the year where I worked for Good Morning Britain at that time, and I went to the jungle.
Yeah.
That year, Dennis Wise was in, and Becky Vardy was in.
Oh, was it?
That was that.
Yeah, that year. That's right.
Yeah, there was a bit of controversy.
Yeah, there was a lot going on at that time.
But he was always very nice, and his family were lovely.
Yeah, you will see Dennis when he's upset, though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So no one upset him in there.
Looking ahead to tonight, the I'm a Celebrity show returns to ITV. Jack Osborne's going in it. The late Ozzy Osbourne's boy, Ruby Wax, the comedian, Kelly Brook.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, you watching now?
Yeah, Kelly Brook.
Alex Scott, the former Lioness. Yeah. And H is going in. Do you know who H is?
No.
Not like
Big H?
Like H like the rapper.
Oh, right, no, I don't.
No. And Angry Ginge, do you know who Angry Ginge is?
No.
Right, ask your kids. They'll know who Angry Ginge is.
Well, I try and learn a lot from your kids, but no. Angry Ginge.
Angry Ginge, so he's...
Is that Adrian? No.
He's like a football content creator, but he's massive on YouTube. Right. And like Wayne Rooney's pals with him. He's got loads of famous friends.
Oh, right, okay.
He's like
It's quite a clever name.
How he's become the oracle of football is quite incredible, but now he's in the jungle. He'd be, I'd say, probably the highest paid this year.
Oh, right.
Ginger.
And what is that, the highest paid now? Because all these rumours go out. Do you actually know? You work for ITV. Did you actually know the numbers?
No, I didn't.
Is it all kept secret?
Well, no.
Because I know everyone has their own discussions.
They were rumoured, weren't they? I mean, Farage was rumoured at like 500,000, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
What else can you do with a rumour except spread it?
I know. Well, I'm not sitting on it.
No, but it's these. You never get the official numbers. What? Because people get paid different amounts, don't they?
There is quite often like a decent leak towards the press as to what it would be.
Yeah.
Who was the highest paid one, Sam, last year? Who was the guy who went in it last year and they were saying it was near $1 million that person got? Oh, it's gone out my head.
I don't watch it, so I can't help you.
It wasn't Farage last year. He was a couple of years ago, but there was someone else, I'm sure, who went in last year and they were talking about being about £1 million.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not bad, is it?
Crazy.
Was it another politician?
I think it might have
They
been
normally get the biggest amounts.
No, I know. But back on tonight, looking forward to it, to be fair, as well. Oh, Martin Kemp from Spandau Ballet.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Colleen Rooney. That was it. Wayne Rooney's wife. Apparently she got fortune.
Well, she's not a politician, is she?
Let's talk about Scotland.
Yes, you've tried to delay that.
Yeah, I've got a good 3 minutes if I'm a celebrity chat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, incredibly, within one game of their first Men's World Cup since 1998, defeat to Greece last night, 3-0 down.
Yeah.
At one point, Ben Gannon-Doak and Ryan Christie pulled goals back to make it 3-2, and then the hosts went down to 10 men. And I
watched it.
Towards 90 minutes, I thought we're going to get a result here. You know,
there's a few things. It started terribly, by the way.
Such a bad first half.
Such a bad start. Never really got going. But you got to about 10 minutes before half time, you really looked like scoring. You know, you looked like you were going to get... Shay Adams had a great chance, didn't he?
McTominay hit the post.
Yeah, you know, just had some great chances. But then it went 2 and 3-0, and it was like, what has happened here? Yeah. And I said earlier that the problem you've got is that you concede goals quite easily, which you did. I thought Hanley and Suter in defence didn't have their best nights. Well, that happens. But you can't keep clean sheets. And all your strikers are 1 in 4 men. As in, they play 4 games, they get 1 goal. Now, we had a few of them. If you look at the Republic of Ireland, apart from Robbie Keane, we had Frank Stapleton, myself, Noel Quinn and John Aldridge were all not high numbers. We all got 20, around 19, 20, all around that number. I think 21, 20 and 19 is all them sort of numbers between Aldridge, me, Quinney and Stapleton. And we didn't have that 1 in 2 games goal scorer. The problem you've got with that is that your midfielders are more likely to score, which is obviously you look at John McGinn and Scott McTominay. Yeah. And by the way, the keeper made a great save from Scott McTominay, which could have gone 3-3. Yeah. Well, McTominay's done what he's had to do, get it on target, because it looks like a certain goal, and somehow the keeper saves it with his legs. But the goal numbers are poor. You know, Shankland's got 3 goals in 16 games, so it's like nearly 1 in 4. You've got Lyndon Dykes, 46 games, 10 goals, 1 in 4, just slightly less again. You've got Shay Adams, 43 caps, 11 goals, 1 in 4. And you've got Hurst, who's a young lad coming in, George Hurst, 5 games, 1 goal.
Yeah.
And you've got no one who's prolific enough because you don't have a defence. With the Republic of Ireland, we had a defence incredibly, strong, didn't give much away. Scotland haven't got that. That's your problem.
Defence was an issue last night. At the end we were able to score goals and we did have chances, but defensively we're just so poor. And they'll know it themselves. Hanley had a shocker. Suter had a shocker. We're at fault for 2 of the goals in the first half. Really, really bad performance. But the fact that Denmark have dropped points to Belarus,
that's unbelievable.
We're being handed here a gift.
Okay, I handed a gift. Belarus lost 6-0 at home to Denmark.
That's crazy.
And they've gone to Denmark and got a 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
That is, you have been given the biggest gift ever. Talk about luck of the Irish. You've got luck of the Scottish there, because that result to me was, there's no way on earth they're not going to win, Denmark.
Yeah.
And there's one other point I want to make about this game. How on earth was there only 4 minutes extra time?
I don't know. I said, that's ridiculous. Jamie had come home as soon as it went to extra time. I went, 4 minutes? Are you for real?
Well, there were so many stoppages, and also there was a lot of substitutions.
Yeah.
It was like, there was no way that's only 4 minutes. And the game sort of stopped in the 81st, 82nd minute, where continually interruptions, and Scotland couldn't get going again.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought John McGinn played well, and I thought Craig Gordon pulled off a number of saves. You could have got 5, conceded 5.
And you mentioned young Ben Gannon-Doak. He looks so promising. So
got a lot about him.
Tuesday, Hampden Park against Denmark. I think we really have to start believing that we can do it, Cass, because if we go through the playoff route, you've got minimum 2 games to get to the World Cup. It's in our hands. Denmark have dropped points. It's winner takes all. It's the first time since 1998 if we're to make it to a World Cup finals. Come on, believe. You're going to have the Tartan Army on your side. It's just...
What better, way of finishing it? You're the final game, you're at home against your main rival, and you've got a chance to beat them. Steve Clarke would have signed off for that.
Yeah.
If the last game is Denmark at home and we have to win, I'll take it every day of the line to have automatic to a World Cup. What better? It doesn't come better than that for you.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed. Did you make it to the Scotland game? Were you out there in Greece? Did you watch the game? What was your thoughts? 81089 Scotland fans. Can we still get to this World Cup? We can still top the group, which is absolutely miraculous. Here's what's coming up for you on TalkSport today. Sunday edition here just after us at 9 o'clock. Today you've got Henry Winter alongside Max Scott. It's the warm-up after that. with Max Rushton and Barry Glendenning. They're here from 11. 1 o'clock, the Sunday session with our Natalie Sawyer and Perry Groves in England and in Tirana for the final World Cup qualifier against Albania. Coverage starts from 4 o'clock. Keep across everything here on TalkSport today. Download the TalkSport app and take us anywhere with you. You're listening to the Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport. On the way next, we'll talk England. morning, peeps. How's it going? You're listening to the Weekend Breakfast here on TalkSport. We're live on your smart TV. We're on Amazon Prime. We're on your YouTube channel. You can watch along in the studio this morning with me, Shebahn Aherne, and former Republic of Ireland striker Tony Cascarino. Some of the other headlines you're waking up to today. Crystal Palace wing-back Daniel Munoz has admitted that playing for Manchester United would be a dream come true. Putting that out there. You don't do that anymore, do you? Do you put out there like paying for other teams as a dream come true?
Not really, no.
Morning, Daniel. England cricket fast bowler Mark Wood has been cleared of a hamstring injury in a relief for England ahead of the Ashes and ahead of today's game versus Albania. England manager Thomas Tuchel spoke to TalkSport about the competition between players for a place in his starting lineup.
I think they're all very competitive because they are national players, so they are big players in their clubs. And if they are not picked, it's new for them. And everyone has a very individual approach to digest that. Not everyone needs anger to perform, but it comes, of course, from a disappointment. Some come from the motivation to still help the team. They all want to perform. They all want the best. I think we're on the way to build a team spirit and to build a team, and everyone buys into this idea of not having only 10+1 players that we can rely on. And yeah, next proof of concept is tomorrow.
Thomas Tuchel there. So far, 7 games, 7 wins, 20 goals scored. It's almost too good. It's
madness.
Annoying me. No, absolutely brilliant. Nothing but dominance in Group K for England tonight away to Albania. I mean, do you expect him to experiment with the starting 11? It's an opportunity for him to really suss out who to start from.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got ideas of who he wants to see. I mean, England. I mean, the group. I look at England and I look at the group they're in with Latvia, Andorra, Serbia, who are nowhere near. You know, just think they won 5-0 away at Latvia. They won 5-0 away in Serbia. Yeah, it's such an easy group for them.
Does that concern you then for when?
Well, the one competitive game they had, and they've beaten Ireland 5-0 at Wembley in friendlies, not so long ago. But the one concern is they lost 3-1 at home to Senegal. Mm-hmm. So England have to go into, because I always said, when I saw this group, said they're going to win, they're going to get there comfortably. I think that's not rocket science. Everyone knew that.
Yeah.
And I said, when they prepare for the World Cup, which obviously they'll be there, is they've got to have proper international matches, serious competition games. I don't know the schedule. I haven't looked at the England games further down the line. But what I do know is they need really competitive matches going into a World Cup. Mm. Because you can't get there and be surprised and then suddenly, well, we've been playing against Latvia and we beat them 5 and we beat Serbia 5 and Andorra,
Well, nothing's lined up yet for England, but surely you would think ahead of a World Cup.
The planning has to be good, really competitive games.
Yeah, really, really good ones. In terms of Albania tonight, you wonder if they can throw up a stumbling block. You never know. They've still got the chance to qualify for the playoffs after finishing second in the group. Albania's manager, by the way, is former Arsenal midfielder Silvino, and he spoke to TalkSport about England's squad selection dilemma.
Unbelievable players. They are getting a lot of good players. They are doing a great job, to be honest. I've seen Arsenal following them. And also the work from Arteta is amazing. He's like man. I love the work that he's doing. They deserve to be in the top.
Silvino there speaking to TalkSport's reporter out in Tirana, Gezim Hilaj. And Gezim is with us this morning. How are you, mate? You all right?
Good morning, Shebahn Aherne. Good morning.
Good morning, Gezim. You're going back home, aren't you? You're back in your hometown. Are you looking forward to this one, covering it for TalkSport?
Yeah, it's been amazing, to be honest. It's always a great feeling to be back home. And actually, my hometown is not here, it's north of Albania, but Tirana always feels like a home because it's the capital of the Albanian nation.
Gazim, tell us about Albanian football, because obviously you lost to England 2-0 at Wembley not so long ago, but you seem to be really competitive. And do you feel confident that Albania can, give England problems? Because England have been so dominant in this group.
I think we definitely can cause some problems to England, because that's what Thomas Tuchel was saying yesterday at the press conference. He was saying that Albania is a tough side. They've shown it because they've conceded just 3 goals, and I think also the defensive side is very good of Albania. We are more as a group, as a team. We work really, really well, and Silvino the Albanian coach has shown like he knows how to build like a strong squad. And I remember the first game we played against England. Albania faced a lot of criticism because they didn't show any goals in the and it was really not a very good game for them.
Yeah, very defensive performance.
Yeah, and I think that's what Thomas Tuchel is expecting today as well. He's expecting a very defensive team. And he said like Albania is a very hard team to break into because they have a very defensive play and they can counterattack as well. But I think that this time it's like more a prestige game because we have already qualified for the playoffs. And I strongly believe that we can make it happen because it will be the first time in the Albanian's history to go to the World Cup. And I feel very excited for that. It's a great time to be an Albanian fan at the moment because we never experienced such a feeling like to go to the playoffs in the World Cups. I mean, we've done 2 times to go to the Euros, but going to the World Cup feels different. Yeah. And you can see the feeling here with the fans and the atmosphere here around the capital.
Well, you can also add it would be so great going to a World Cup for the infrastructure of Albanian football itself because it allows the federation to have more money and just keep putting it into grassroots Albanian football.
Yes, it's true. Actually, at the moment we have a lot of football players who are from diaspora. So we have few football players who basically were from the local clubs. So I think it's a good step forward as well for bringing more money. And I think because I've seen. Being from Albania, I've seen the evolution of the football. So, because I remember early in the 20s, the football and stadiums were not very in good conditions, and year by year they started to get improved. And I think it's a very good step forward.
Gesem, do you think Albania would manage a surprise against England today? What's your prediction for the game?
Well, I'm not very good at predictions, to be honest. Sometimes when I say something, happens something else. So I'm saying we're gonna draw 1-1. So probably with a hope so we can win tonight. Because I'm expecting this is a game without pressure for Albania. So I reckon they will do very good.
Yeah. Well, if you get 1-1, then somebody has actually scored against England in the group stage.
Well, that was a discussion that Thomas Tuchel also was asked from the reporters in the press conference, and he said that. He's not playing for records. For him, what matters is the mentality of the squad and the squad, keeping a mentality of winning. But for sure, Thomas Tuchel wants to win every game, and you can feel that through the conference. It doesn't matter like he's already qualified. It doesn't matter that he has not conceded any goals. He just wants to win. So that's what Thomas Tuchel wants to win. So I'm expecting as well like England going to the pitch for winning this match.
Yeah. Well, Gesem, we're going to hear from you across the day here on TalkSport. Good luck to you. Enjoy the game. And fingers crossed for Albania. I'm Team Albania today. I won't sit on the fence.
Thank you, guys.
Gesem Hilaj there, our TalkSport colleague here, content producer here at TalkSport, and Albanian as well. We'll keep you posted in that game today. Of course, it's live for you here on TalkSport. How do you see it going now that Gesem's
I'd be amazed if England don't get a result.
Yeah, you're right though. It'd be good to see.
And he's right. Thomas Tuchel, the type of manager he's been, is going there, and in all intentions is to get the right performance with a result.
Yeah. No beating about the bush. Yeah. Mr. Thomas Tuchel. Looking forward to that one today. Albania take on England live for you here on TalkSport, and it's competition time now. Another one, says Khaled, our friends at Virgin Atlantic. Here at TalkSport, we're giving you and a mate the chance to win the ultimate trip of a lifetime. Cass and I have been lucky enough to both go to Vegas in our past. It was a past life, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I think I went there I've been lucky. My first trip to Vegas was in 1981.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1981. I went there and everything was free. Everything. You could go to shows, it was free. You could get drinks for free. As long as you played, and you didn't have to play high level, you could just play and have some fun. And food was ridiculously cheap.
Well, when I was there, you're going back about 15 years ago now, but I swear it was still free for girls to go everywhere.
Yeah, you could always get in the clubs. Yeah. That's for sure.
You could have got all dressed up and...
I remember because one of my friends didn't get into a club, and he was not best pleased because they rejected him.
Yeah.
Only because he didn't have the right jacket on, apparently.
Well, listen, it's an absolute fortune now, so we're going to send you there with spending money. You've got £5,000. You're going to go check into a lovely spa villa for 4 nights. We're also going to fly you in business. You're going to go in the upper class comfort zone of the plane. You can lie down in a flat bed and have premium service all the way to Vegas. We're also going to send you to the Vegas Raiders, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And like I say, £5,000 to play with while you're there. So clear your calendar from the 2nd to the 7th of January. What a way to start the new year. All thanks to us here at TalkSport. Good luck.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across TalkSport, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Good luck to you. Coming up next, we're going to get into the Sunday newspapers. You're listening to The Weekend Breakfast here on TalkSport. Good morning, this is Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport with me, Shebahn Aherne, and former Marseille striker Tony Cascarino. We're just having a little chat about how poker works. Quite interesting, to be fair. I've not got a Scooby. Not a Scooby-Doo.
No, I know. I played it for a long time. And after my football career finished in 2000, I sort of always wanted to play and played a lot in Paris. While I lived there, I stayed there for nearly 2 years. And in that time, I sort of done my football studies and, you know, got a couple of badges. And then decided I'd play a bit more regular. But I've enjoyed it. I mean, there's ups and downs.
Of course.
But I've had some good wins over the years.
As they say, you hear about the wins, you don't hear about...
Yeah, no, but of course there's losses. You know, there's not anybody that wins all the time.
Yeah.
But I've had some good tournament wins, which is the biggest pleasure you get if you win some tournaments.
Better than scoring a goal for Ireland?
No.
Right, okay. I was just checking where we were at on the radar.
The money's lovely, but...
Nothing beats that feeling.
No, not the feeling, no. I mean, don't get me wrong, the feeling, the elation of winning a tournament is great. But it's not the same elation as winning, like, to qualify for a World Cup.
What if you could score the winning goal for Ireland in the last 16, say, of the World Cup? Or win £1 million now?
Oh, that's a bad comparison. I thought
you've got to choose one.
I thought you was going to say in the World Cup final, which is probably not going to happen. Well, it's never going to happen.
Last
for me,
16.
No, you've got to go World Cup. You've got to go the whole hog. You're not going to do last 16 because it's you know, £1 million and last 16.
You've also got to be realistic. Your guess. Okay, scoring a goal.
Score a lot. With $1 million last 16, I think that's quite a tricky one. If you said World Cup final winning goal, and that's not even an argument debate. That is just
What is to score in the last 16 or $1 million? You're really stuck here now, aren't you?
Well, I did score a penalty in the last 16. Didn't get £1 million for it.
Okay. Makes you think, though, doesn't it?
No, you can do really bad comparisons. That's an unfair.
I was up there. I'm really good at bad comparisons.
I'd love to say, I'd get to go in the last 16, but £1 million.
The money sounds good.
It's the money, not the principle.
Yeah. Some of your headlines, by the way, this morning. Luke Littler is one win away from becoming world number one for the first time after he came from behind to beat Josh Rock and reached the semi-finals of the Grand Slam of Darts. And Brazil manager Carlo Ancelotti says Gabriel will be assessed on Sunday after the Arsenal defender suffered a groin injury in a friendly win over Senegal in London. Now, this is a problem, isn't it? Then for Arsenal, Touchwood is going to be okay. I think there's some rumours going around that Calafiori might have got a wee knock as well.
Yeah, players do. You know, international football is littered with players coming back, maybe suffered something. So you just hope, if he's got a bit of a groin issue, hopefully for Arsenal and him, it's okay.
Yeah, it was also the Autumn Nations rugby yesterday. What a good result it was for England. Let's get the latest now with Tenor Men.
Autumn Internationals update on TalkSport with Tenor Men. Supporting the supporters with a range of products accredited by the Men's Health Lab.
And here's everything you need to know with our TalkSport reporter, Alfie Reynolds.
A resounding win in the end for Steve Borthwick's side, and a big victory given where they were 12 months ago when they were losing narrowly to the best sides in the world, including New Zealand. England's fly-half George Ford was the man of the match with another excellent display, and I asked him how important is this win in the journey of this team.
Sometimes you need outcomes, don't you, to consolidate things, to instill more confidence, more belief, and obviously if you beat a really good team in opposition like New Zealand, that adds to that. So it is a bit more.
England are now on a 10-game winning streak. This time last year they were under pressure, they were losing matches, and you couldn't necessarily see that they would get to the point that they currently find themselves. After the game, I asked the England head coach Steve Borthwick if he feels vindicated for the criticism and pressure he came under last year.
When you accept the role as England head coach, there's expectation upon it. And I'd much rather be involved with a team that has expectation upon it, a role that has expectation on it, a role that doesn't. I know the journey this team's on and exactly where the team's going and what we need to do.
There is no doubt that this is an important win for this team and for him in his tenure as the England head coach. And Fraser Dingwall, a try scorer in the game against New Zealand, told me afterwards it is a very, very happy dressing room.
There's just a lot of hard work that's gone into achieving a performance like that, and I think you saw a lot of good things come together, and also within that a lot of resilience and finding a way to claw ourselves back in when it was going against us. So yeah, we're really, really pleased.
So up next for England, they face Argentina in a week's time. They win that and it will be 11 wins on the bounce and 4 wins in November. What a way that would be to finish 2025.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant in the Autumn Nations yesterday. Great for Ireland, beating Australia 46-19. And of course, England beating the All Blacks yesterday 33-19. It's all about young Henry Pollock. He's taken all of the headlines in the front pages today as well. We're coming to the papers in just a second, but that guy is made for the big stage, whether you like him or not, or he rubs you up the wrong way or not. But what a youngster, what a talent. And the way he's staring down the All Blacks in the haka, I'm like, yes, that's what you want in your team. Don't forget, Scotland take on Argentina today. All the updates coming on TalkSport. And that was the latest, all thanks to Tenor Men.
Autumn Internationals update on TalkSport with Tenor Men. Supporting the supporters with a range of products accredited by the Men's Health Lab.
Look at you, Mr. Ireland today. It's like Ireland beat Australia. I said that, mug.
I know, but it was a big result. Hey, look, it's a massive day for Ireland today.
Yeah,
it really
isn't it?
I've never known Cass so patriotic until this weekend.
I know.
That just shows you what football results can do for you, right? You're really, I'm loving it.
I'm looking forward to the game. I just am, and hopefully go well. But
Ireland have got a chance. You got a spring in your step now, Cass? You see, first chance of qualification for a while.
Yeah, and it's needed. Irish football's really suffered, as we know, in the last few years. So.
See, on that note as well, can I just mention that the women qualified for the World Cup in 2023, and that was the first time getting to a major tournament, and it was unbelievable. See, going to Australia and following the Irish, supporters, the contingent, everyone down there, it was so good. And I think, well, if Ireland men get back to major tournaments, it's going to be unbelievable. For them, it was a first. It was history making it there. But for Ireland getting back there, from all the times you had with them, it would be magic. It really would.
It would be.
Hungary 2:00 today. All the updates on TalkSport.
That is absolutely correct. I'm here with the papers, by the way.
Hi, Sam Stevens. I'm here.
Took down or touchdown doesn't quite work from our friends at the Sun, but I get what they're getting. It reads better, or it reads better on paper than it does being spoken out loud. Touchdown. Harry Kane wants England to write an NFL-style playbook of set pieces to win the World Cup. The Three Lions captain knows corners and long throws have become all the rage in modern football, and the massive gridiron fan reckons Thomas Tuchel's men can copy American football by having a specific guide to land the global prize in New Jersey next summer. We know how important set pieces are going to be, Cass, don't we?
Yeah.
But is this going a bit far, do you think, having an actual almost playbook of kind of routines?
Well, in international football, it's not very common, is it? How many teams you see internationally that want to do long throws, these...
Yeah, true.
We were the most direct team.
Right.
Republic of Ireland. We had Mick McCarthy doing long throws. Mick McCarthy would do them. You'd expect him to be on the end of them, but he used to launch them in many, many moons ago. But yeah, of course, the numbers tell you how important it is. I'm not sure how it'll go down in America with the South American teams, who will generally will not do that. I can't imagine a South American team. I might be wrong, but I just can't see them doing that.
But Declan Rice's ability from set pieces has got to be a massive strength thing, hasn't it?
Absolutely,
corners and free kicks.
His delivery is fantastic, and you've got to utilise that. That's slightly different. It's the long throw one which gets me, because, Sam, honestly, I can't imagine the South American team doing a long throw.
But do you not think then in that sense that if England can master it, it becomes a bit of a kind of weapon for them?
Of course it can.
Because if the South Americans aren't expecting it, or other nations, then it could be a bit of a...
Yeah, I mean, it would be when Brazil, just a quick one, Sam, when Brazil won the World Cup in '94 and Dunga played as a holding midfielder, Brazilian fans didn't like it and they won the World Cup. They didn't want a defensive way of playing to win a World Cup. It didn't go down well.
They did still have Romario and Bebeto up front.
Yeah,
so
I know, but
I know what you're saying.
That Dunga idea of just sitting in front of their back four, they didn't like.
Yeah, fair point. There's also an interesting piece from David Walsh in the Times this morning about Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo is no longer good enough to lead Portugal, but who's going to tell him? I think this debate's been raging for the last couple of years about whether Ronaldo basically has a place in the Portugal team because he's Ronaldo, and always will, because who's going to say him? Who's going to tell him no? Which is what David Walsh was saying. But he said, looking at that Ireland game, effectively going back through a recording in the first half, it was striking to see how static he's become. I tried to work out the total distance he's covered, the number of high-speed runs, the sprints. For quite some time, Ronaldo's been nowhere near the great Cristiano. Scored plenty of goals at Juve in his second coming at Man United, but his presence diminished those teams as it now diminishes Portugal. Do you think it's working against Portugal having Ronaldo?
Well, his goal numbers are a complete contradiction, and David's got a really valid point about how static he is in his movement. Roger Miller at 42 didn't do bad, did he?
No.
They're going back a few tournaments ago. I do think, looking at Ronaldo, and if the one thing that was missing that no one really talked about, and David's mentioned it, is Ronaldo is literally doing nothing now in a game he can get on the end of something and score a goal. Now, you can make that really relative, of course, because you can win games. But Portugal is such a gifted team. They've got so many great players that I think it's going to go really poorly. That's only my gut feeling for Ronaldo, that in a tournament, if you look at his goal numbers in tournaments, they're not exceptionally high. He's scored 140-odd goals in internationals in 220 games, which is extraordinary. But if you look at his actual numbers in finals of tournaments, they're not nowhere near as telling as what they are generally in internationals.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with Ronaldo. I mean, he said this would be his last tournament anyway. But it does feel like, as Cass pointed out yesterday, like the tide, the approach towards Ronaldo is starting to.
Father Time gets you.
Father Time,
it gets to everybody. And watching him on, it was all the antics. It was nothing to do with, he didn't miss chance. He just.
It was the.
If you ask the Arsenal, if you ask the Ireland centre halves, what was it like marking Ronaldo? They said it was really easy on this particular game.
Yeah.
Okay, that's only a one-off game.
Yeah.
Sam, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're back with us a little bit later. Coming up next on Weekend Breakfast, we're going to continue the fallout from Benn Eubank. Connor Benn win ending the 35-year feud. You listen to Weekend Breakfast here on TalkSport.
Thomas Tuchel's busy trying to bring glory back to England for the first time since '66. But how did he get here? Well, from the sleepy town of Krumbach via some giants of European football, here's his journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krimbach's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players, the attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
This is Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport. My name's Shebahn Aherne, and alongside me, former Chelsea and Republic of Ireland striker Tony Cascarino.
Good morning.
Lots on the agenda for you today. Benn picked up a dominant victory over Chris Eubank Jr. at the Spurs Stadium last night.
He's not okay because he couldn't move his legs. The bell come there and saved Chris Eubank Jr. from getting stopped. But unfortunately, we witnessed the end of Chris Eubank Jr. tonight.
Something else. Also, Scotland defeated 3-2 by Greece and almost threw away our chances of topping the group.
That means it goes down to a shootout at Hampden Park between Scotland and Denmark on Tuesday night. Greece 3, Scotland 2.
We have more lives than my cat. Fingers crossed, people. Tuesday night against Denmark, who also slipped up against Belarus. It's winner takes all. We'll review the game and discuss all of the home nations matches. And England, of course, travelled to Albania, looking to complete a perfect qualifying campaign. Thomas Tuchel says his team will be ready.
There's no reason not to trust our team because I saw them train yesterday, I saw them train this morning. All of them are desperate to play, and it's a good feeling, and yeah, hopefully we can prove it.
Albania take on England live on TalkSport at 4 o'clock this afternoon. You're listening to the Weekend Sports Breakfast on TalkSport. Yeah. Just looking at Steve Clark there on the news.
Yes.
So he's calling, he's saying the team needs the fans.
Yeah, anticipation for success is demanded from the fans instead of, the fear of failure.
I know, and I already feel I've got a bit of that this morning.
Yeah, you can't. You've been given the biggest lifeline I can remember in sport.
Maybe it's meant to happen this way.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, as happened before, Ireland were given a lifeline by Scotland many, many moons ago when Scotland went and won in Bulgaria for the Republic of Ireland to qualify for the Euro 88.
I mean...
Right, okay.
By the way, Hampden will be rocking on Tuesday. I've no doubt that the Scotland fans will be fully out there and supporting the team. Last night was disappointing. They'll know that. It's time to move forward to Tuesday and knowing that a top in the group situation will get us to our first World Cup since 98. You know, you have to be positive for that.
Yeah, you've got to be. I said to you that the most astonishing result I've seen in recent times, and I don't know anything about Belarus and their national team and how good they are. I know that Denmark went and won their 6-0. And if you would have had any expectations, I mean, Steve Clark's probably pinching himself because imagine the backlash from them not getting a result and the manner of the defeat yesterday, because there was a lot of poor things that happened in that game. But you've been given a distraction that has gone completely blew everything that happened last night out the window, and you've got a chance to qualify automatically.
Absolutely. More internationals coming up today. Of course, Ireland, Hungary, 2 o'clock. All the updates here on TalkSport, and then Albania, England, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Speaking of distractions, let's focus on Arsenal, shall we? Because there's a huge North London derby in the next Premier League game. They could be coming into this one banged up, with centre-back Gabriel coming off with an injury in the 2-0 victory over Senegal, ironically, at the Emirates Stadium. Brazil manager Carlo Ancelotti provided an update on the defender after the game.
That I don't know. I think he had the problem on his adductor. The medical staff has to check tomorrow. We are really sorry for this, really disappointed. When player had an injury, I hope that he can recover well and soon.
Carlo Ancelotti there. Also, defender Riccardo Calafiori has been forced to cut short his international duty with Italy with a reported hip issue as well. Cass, it's a crucial time of the season. There's been a lot of international breaks. Arsenal fighting on all fronts at the minute.
Yeah.
We have to expect injuries, but when it's somebody like Gabriel...
Well, yeah, it would be a blow, but wait and see. First of all, the people have stepped in and done really well. Players have come in. Mosquera has come in for Arsenal, done well when called upon. So I don't see it as that big of an issue. And of course, he's important to Arsenal. He's a leader. You know, his partnership with Saliba has been brilliant. So yeah, does it hurt him if he's not fit? And you just hope as Arteta will just be praying that it's not a long-term problem. You know, more of if he misses one game and it happens to be the derby, so be it. Because other players, like I said, Arsenal have gone doubled up on every position on their football team. So someone can step in.
Yeah, Calafiori, who's been excellent for it. But this means Miles Lewis-Skelly, who we were speaking about yesterday, might find his way in on a World Cup year. He might get a chance if touchwood, you don't want
an international England player.
Exactly.
You know, well, that's not that bad, is it? Lewis-Skelly's got a good player. So, you know, I don't see it as too much of an issue. Yeah. By the way, Tottenham have got a huge injury list, and I know they're players that are coming back at certain times, but Tottenham have certainly suffered in recent weeks with injuries. They really have.
Arsenal fans, you can let us know your concerns this morning. I mean, Gabriel is your most important defender, isn't he? 8-10-89. How do you feel about this? It's always that worry, isn't there, in international?
The most important, because there's always been Saliba before. I mean, I like Gabriel because I think he's the harder to play against. I think he's one of them Martin Keown rashes. Right. You know, one of them guys that just won't stop. He literally fights for everything. Saliba's a little bit more elegant as a player, but they're both important.
Yeah. Looking ahead to the North London derby, at home to Spurs. It's next Sunday, by the way, at 4 o'clock, 4:30, just a week to go. Arsenal invincible Gilberto Silva has spoken recently about the Gunners' title chances. He's labelled them favourites to win it all.
I believe now the team, they got a depth in the squad. They got quality players apart from the players that remain in the team. I believe that they got all the elements to win the title.
Gilberto Silva, they're confident.
He's right. He's right. They have. And if they didn't win it, there'll be, a lot of reflection on why they didn't, because they have got players in every position loaded up. They're playing well. They're so hard to break down. You know, their goals against column tell you that it's not only beating Arsenal, it's actually scoring against them. It's tricky.
Side note,
Hmm.
who are your favourites for the World Cup?
Who?
Who's your favourite for the World Cup?
Oh, the World Cup. I'd probably go Spain. I think Spain are one of them sides that, I mean, you wouldn't rule out South American teams, especially in America and where the World Cup is. And I think England have got a great chance. Even though we talk about the heat and the different, I think it's different now than it was in 1994 when we played in America. And you can make so many changes. The heat won't affect the European team. So I think it's a different dynamic. I think years ago, it was impossible. When England went in 1970 to Mexico, it was a massive challenge for the England team because the climate was so difficult. And also they just didn't have the amount of substitutions they could make. Dealing with the heat and how long, preparation is so much better in the modern game.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to hurt the European teams as much.
Well, this is it. And we know that European teams and English teams can deal with it. Chelsea and America
Club World
last year,
Cup,
winning the Club World Cup in the same conditions. I would say England have to be favourites. I really do.
One of them, I don't disagree, Shebahn. England have got a quality squad. I'm not sure where Brazilian football is at the moment. Ancelotti's their manager, which is obviously he's been an incredible manager or coach over the years. But I'm not sure about Argentina, but we'll see.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. Just around the corner, you're listening to Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport. Coming up next, we're going to speak to former Team GB boxer Ruth Raper about Conor Benn's huge win against Eubank Jr. last night.
it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
Frankie Valli, 4 Seasons. Now, I've seen it. Have you ever seen this show, Jersey Boys?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That was one of our first dates.
Yeah, that's a great show. I've seen it about 5 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's a great show.
Yeah.
It's a great show. I didn't even
The
realise
story
this was from-
of a band that just, you know, got involved with sort of the dark side as well, the underworld, who bailed them out, and, you know, then they had to pay the debt back. And I love the song My Eyes Adore You, you know, that song.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
song.
You listen to Weekend at Breakfast here on TalkSport with Shebahn Aherne and Tony Cascarino. Can't take my eyes off of you, but why are we playing this song? Well, there's a report going around this weekend saying that Brits love their eyes more than anything else about the way that...
Eyes or eyes?
Eyes. Your eyes. Your eye, pal. Apparently, we rate our peepers as 7.2 out of 10 on average.
Right.
According to the study, our height and our ears come joint second. What's your favourite feature about yourself?
Myself? Oh, I don't know. My left foot. I suppose my head, really. My head was a heading ability.
You had a really good feature up here, didn't you?
Yeah, my head. I used to have wonderful hair. Now I've got wavy hair where it's waving goodbye. No, my heading was my so my head, I suppose.
Okay, yeah.
Although a load of nonsense comes out of it sometimes.
Yes,
as well.
yes, true. This is funny.
But the eyes thing is interesting.
Yeah, well, I suppose your eyes are the first thing that people.
Yeah.
I guess
Well, especially you've got piercing. You've got blue eyes.
Yeah.
So that's noticeable with you. When I first saw you, I noticed your blue eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'll take that.
Because it's quite. I mean, you know, piercing blue eyes are really like.
Yeah.
You know.
My sister's got the most amazing eyes.
Is she?
I like piercing blue, almost verging on like freaky.
Yeah.
They're like you know the White Walkers in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but
Piercing blue eyes.
Right.
She's got lovely eyes. My daughter's got them as well.
Yeah.
Do you know? I know one of my dad's really old friends. This story still runs in our family. When I was about, I don't know, maybe 18 or something, he came in to see my dad, and me and Brogan, my sister, were standing next to each other, and the thing he said to me was, "That's weird, isn't it? How you, to me, have got dead rabbit eyes, and she's got lovely blue eyes." That's what he said to me. I was like,
cheers, Dad.
Brilliant.
Who's your favourite daughter?
Good morning, Smed. I'll always remember that.
Don't.
Random. Right, let's
And by the way, I've checked. The blue eyes are the second most popular. It's brown eyes.
It's brown eyes then, blue eyes?
Brown eyes are the most common.
And green eyes are like the least percent of the population, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Random from us this morning. Let's move on to a massive night of boxing here on TalkSport. It was the rematch between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, and this time Conor Benn came out on top.
12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Howard Foster, 119-107. John Latham, 116-110. Marcus McDonnell, 118-108. All three scorecards go to the winner by unanimous decision. He's now defeated every man he's ever faced in the ring. He is Conor the Destroyer Benn.
Huge win for Conor Benn. He put on a dominant performance to earn revenge over his bitter rival Chris Eubank Jr. seal a unanimous decision victory in the rematch at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. For more on this now, former Team GB boxer Ruth Raper is with us now. Good morning, Ruth.
Hi, Ruth.
Good morning, guys. Morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah, we're good.
Thanks, good.
I was looking earlier, Ruth, and all the numbers, the stats of all the fight, and it was incredibly dominant for, obviously, Conor Benn. I looked at Chris Eubank Jr. and just thought the three words that come to me: lethargic, empty, drained.
You know what? Lethargic is exactly the word, and I don't think it would matter who you spoke to, no matter how big of a Conor Benn fan you spoke to. No one was going to say he was going to dominate the fight in the way that he did, and he got it spot on in every way. His feet He was controlled. It was controlled aggression. It was exactly what you'd want to see from a young fighter who, realistically, at this point in his career, in my opinion, should now start looking at world titles.
Yeah, I mean, he was magic. It was a huge win for him yesterday. And Cass mentioned it, Eubank, and kind of almost how unwell he looked, Ruth. And we heard this from his dad going into the fight. That's a real concern for him as well, isn't it?
Listen, he did look drained. There's no doubt about that. But ultimately, we can't take anything away from Conor.
No,
maybe the weight did affect Chris, but also sometimes with fighters, when they get to this age and this point in their career, they step in the ring and all of a sudden they've just not got it. And in the training camp, they might have felt great, but on the night, they try to throw the shots and they just can't. They can't pull the trigger. They can't make their body move the way they used to.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as, listen, Chris did not look himself, I still don't want to take anything away from Conor, because Conor's performance is really what everyone should be focusing on.
Yeah, and look, and on that, Ruth, you can say, what did Conor Benn learn from the first fight? The first fight, he made it a scrap, and it didn't suit him, certainly. And tactically, he was so different, and technically, which I'm sure you would allude to, was one of the main reasons why he won so comfortably.
Yeah, I mean, this is another thing. When you look at the two compared to the first fight, it's obvious who learned from that fight. It was Conor, not Chris. He came in, he was a lot more composed. He wasn't being kind of reckless. He was being, like I said, very strategic with his feet. Bear in mind, he was getting in and out of range with his feet so well and so quick. And that's really saying something, considering Chris has got the longer reach. It was a great performance. It really was. It was punch perfect. And what more can you want? It was phenomenal.
So you obviously don't. I'm sure I was going to. Shebahn would probably ask you the same question. Is you don't see a trilogy? You see more of a go down the road and looking for world belts?
I personally don't want to see a trilogy. I really don't. I want to see Chris retire. I think that was the kind of performance that you look at and you really have to question how much he's got more to give. And for Conor, the UK, we now want another world champion. So why not go back down to welterweight? It's a phenomenal weight division filled with so many names, and target one of those world champions. You've got Crocker, which would be an easy fight to make. He's a matchroom fighter. He's from Northern Belfast, so it would be an incredible fight, an incredible atmosphere. Or there's Mario Barrios, the WBC world champion, and his dad, Nigel, had the WBC world title when he was fighting, so that would be epic as well, and that's a fight Conor could win.
Yeah. By the way, Ruth, one thing Eubank did win last night was the ring walk. That was one of the best in history, wasn't it? Like 50 Cent stuff coming out. It's like, yes, Queen.
You know what? When 50 came out, I was like, okay, he's got it here. This is it. He's won the ring walk. That's it.
Yeah, it was brilliant. By the way, just before we let you go, Ruth, who's the guy in the gold sequin cardigan who was at the weigh-ins and he was in the ring last night next to His Excellency? Who is that guy with the gold sequin cardigan?
He is the CEO of the Ring Man. So all the big ring events, you're going to see him there. He loves a bit of jewellery. He's a real character.
Okay, good to know. Do you know his name? I need to look him up, see where he got his cardigan from.
I should know this, but I know that on Instagram, I think he goes by Versace.
Say that again?
I think on Instagram he goes by Versace Boxing. Something like that.
Brilliant. Ruth, that's been just burning on my mind since last night when I went to sleep. Ruth Raper there, former Team GB boxer. Thank you so much.
Cheers, Ruth. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
We'll speak to you again very, very soon. You're listening to the Weekend Sports Breakfast on TalkSport. Coming up next, we're going to be joined by former Aussie all-rounder Brad Hogg ahead of the upcoming Ashes next week. This is Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport. Shebahn Aherne and former Chelsea striker Tony Cascarino. It was a late night last night. All of us couldn't turn away really from the fight in the end.
No.
Did you have a cat nap?
Yes, yesterday afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, I had a good 2 hours.
I've got the golf on now, and I as
golf
well.
on now. Don't, if you start looking at the golf instead of talking to me, you'll hear me. God, I'm a
naughty boy.
I know, honestly. I can't multitask anymore. See, now when I'm like texting on my phone and Jamie's asking me a question, I can't do both, so I just ignore him. Does his head in.
I know, it gets, as you get older, it gets harder
it's hard
to multitask certain things. And women multitask way better than men anyway.
Yeah, I'm normally pretty good, but I'm miles off it these days. It's my age. Some of your headlines, by the way, this morning. Wales crawled to a 1-0 win in Liechtenstein. Just about staying on course to finish second in their World Cup qualifying group. Job done, though. You'll take it. And also Lauren Hemp. Wow, what a goal from her yesterday. Scored in her first start since September as WSL leaders. Manchester City brushed aside rivals Man United 3-0 at the Etihad Stadium. Man City looked unbelievably good yesterday. I honestly think we can hand them the title now.
Is it 3-0 in the end, was it?
3-0 in the end. The only thing is Manchester United are in Champions League, and it's obviously the league phase format now.
Right.
So more games for them. They've won 3 out of 3 so far in the league phase. They're looking good. They've got Wolfsburg on Wednesday away in the Champions League. I'm covering that game, and I think they'll be okay because Wolfsburg looked poor, but Man City looked so good. And I think Chelsea just haven't shown their class yet. They've got Liverpool today. Liverpool haven't won a game yet, so I expect Chelsea to win that as well. So we'll wait and see what happens. All of the action from the WSL covered for you today here on TalkSport. Also, Rory McIlroy sank 3 birdies in the final 5 holes to move into the joint lead of the DP World Tour Championship, and of course, in a 7th season-ending race to Dubai title. Oh, you're watching the golf then. How's he looking?
Well, he's the last out, so he's on 13 under, but there's a huge amount of players within there's about 11 players within sort of 1 shot, 2 shots.
Okay.
So he'll be out in the next sort of 20 minutes. So yeah, 7th DPT World Tour Championship.
He's had some year, hasn't he?
Yeah, 3.8 million first prize.
He was saying that he's going to turn up.
You brushed that off as that was nothing. 3.8 million. You went.
It's nothing to Rory.
No, that's true.
What'd you get for winning the Masters? There's a question.
It's about $3 million now.
Oh, I expected it.
But there's a lot that comes on top of being a major winner. It's not just you win the first prize of $3 million. There's a lot of side benefits commercially, surely. There is.
He's saying he's going to turn up for BBC Sports Personality of the Year this time.
Oh, right.
And he's last year he forgot it was on. Didn't know about it, didn't know he was nominated. This year,
he's definitely there. Yeah, because honestly, years gone by, the Personality of the Year award was everyone would turn up. I think even Ali went there once. I think Muhammad Ali went there, and the biggest names in world sport would go.
Yeah, it was Keely Hodgkinson last time.
Right.
It was Mary Earps the year before, and then the year before that was Beth Mead. And I want to say 3 Lionesses are already on the shortlist to win it this year. And they've got such a fan base. By the way, if you have a problem with the Sports Personality of the Year award, just remember you can vote on the night.
Yeah, you can.
Get a vote. I think people forget that.
Yeah.
So
I've never voted on it, so...
I voted last year.
Did you?
Yeah. I felt that had a lot to do with Keely getting that win. Huge day for Ireland today. Don't forget, they're playing Hungary. If they're to win that game, they'll get the playoff spot, of course, to get to the World Cup. Cass, absolutely beside himself for this one. You must be feeling excited.
I am. I feel a bit, like just after Thursday night, which was the funniest thing was just having the phone beside me and seeing all the pingings and messages and incredible, unbelievable what's happening in Dublin. And I'm just hoping that they can back that up because, the adrenaline will take them a long way.
Yeah, Hungary are a good team as well.
Well, they've got some good players. Obviously, their star is Dominic Szoboszlai, who's a Liverpool player. But they've got others. They've always had good sides, Hungary. Many good players over the years. It's going to be a tough challenge, but what I saw in Dublin when it was 2-2, Ireland could have won that game.
Yeah.
Could have won it. You know, they give chances away. Armenia had some great chances against Hungary to get a draw. So there's going to be opportunities. I think set pieces are going to be massive for Ireland today.
Did you see Dominic Szoboszlai turning up for internationals? What he was wearing?
No.
I'll show you a picture.
Is it completely over the top and...
Well, he's got a Birkin bag.
Right, yeah.
Like a handbag.
Yeah.
Which apparently is the trend now in football.
Yeah, that's been going on.
No. A handbag.
Oh, an actual handbag?
A handbag.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you do what you do in the modern world, isn't it? We're all changing.
Yeah.
But
I didn't get it. But everyone's got a handbag now.
But that's happened before. That's been even years gone by.
That's more like a backpack or a wash bag.
Yeah.
But I haven't really seen footballers have.
Well, you've seen footballers wear different types of clothing that is more feminine.
Oh, it's all fashion now.
Yeah, fashion goes any direction now. You can, I've seen footballer. Mbappe's done that. He's wore like skirt type outfits, hasn't he?
Yeah, all about the fashion. Yeah. Who's the guy? It's Jules Koundé, isn't it? When he turns up, I'm like, all right, he's got his high heels on today then. Like, he'll wear like heels almost going into camp.
Yeah, I don't know if I could turn up in heels.
I just imagine you lot in 92.
Be like Mrs. Doubtfire, me.
Your Birkin bags. Oh my God, can you imagine? By the way, Paul Hawksby and Annie Jacobs host a very special H&J Ashes launch show from Wednesday. From a cricket bar here on TalkSport, Ashes legends Darren Gough and Steve Harmison will be put through the paces in the nets. Comedian Felicity Ward and cricket writer Jared Kimber will give us the Aussie perspective as we look ahead to what's going to be a huge tournament. England's Barmy Army going down under. They're all going to be part of the TalkSport show as well. You looking forward to the Ashes, Cass?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a cricket enthusiast, but I've got to learn. I've learned a lot more than I used to know. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of the big ones, isn't it? Or the biggest cricket sort of competition that they play.
Yeah.
I mean, them tours, I've read some of the stuff on some of the tours of years gone by. Wow. Just go away for 6 months. Touring, playing cricket.
No. I'm sorry, I'm distracted.
I know. Sorry while I was speaking while you was ignoring me.
No, it wasn't. I was sent the price of a Birkin bag.
So how many grands is it?
Yes.
Well, I know handbags, but now it can go with like 4-6 grand. There could be even more than that. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's 25 grand.
What?
Yes. And all the footballers are rocking up to camp with their Birkin bags.
No.
Somebody tell me that the game's not gone. Game's gone.
How much cash they got in these bags? How can you spend 25 grand on a handbag? Come on.
Nuts. But if
no
you
wonder
wanted to
footballers
treat me
go
this
skint
Christmas,
after they're playing.
That's meant.
I remember a player talked, I can't say his name, but he bought a table and he spent 25 grand on a table.
On a table?
And I remember saying, you're mental.
You wouldn't even want to eat your
that?
dinner at that.
Yeah, and that's going back a good few years, right? A table. But now that's sort of, compared to a handbag, that seems quite sensible now.
Yeah.
But 25 grand?
I probably couldn't pay you 25 grand to walk around holding that handbag.
You couldn't?
I probably wouldn't be able to pay you that.
No.
Or you wouldn't take the money for that. You'd just be like, no thanks, I'll just take my wallet. Cheers, all the best. By the way, the Ashes gets underway on Friday in Perth. TalkSport keeping you across all of the action as ever. And it's time now for this. Birkin handbags and international duty. Do me a favour. Competition time now, all thanks to our friends at Virgin Atlantic.
How much is a purse?
I'm going to look it up for you, pal, don't worry. We are giving
I want to know how much a Birkin purse is.
Maybe it's cheaper in Vegas. I mean, if you win the trip to Vegas. See, some here for 35 grand. This one, really, really posh one, £165,000 for this bag. One of them will rock up with it at the next camp, I've no doubt. Okay, back to competition time now. We're giving you the chance to win a trip to Vegas, you and a friend. A trip of a lifetime, of course. You can go in exclusive style as well. Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse. You go into the lounge, of course, at Heathrow, then go upper class. You can lie down in the flat beds. That's the way to do it. All the way to Vegas, you'll get premium service. We'll check you into a spa villa. Oh, check me in there now. Cheer from the stands at the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And because it's priced out, we're going to give you £5,000 to play with while you're there as well. You can put that towards your Birkin bag. So clear your calendar, 2nd to the 7th of January. This could be the best way to start your new year. Here's how you can get involved. Good luck.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across TalkSport, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Coming up for you next on the Weekend Sports Breakfast, we'll look back on Scotland's defeat, if we have to, our seat of the pants defeat to Greece, but we still can top the group on Tuesday. Let's focus on the positives, people. No Scotland, no party. You listen to Weekend Breakfast on TalkSport. Good morning, you're listening to the Weekend Breakfast here on TalkSport. Shebahn Aherne and former Republic of Ireland striker Tony Cascarino. Some of your headlines this morning: Belgium missed the chance to wrap up qualification for the 26th World Cup with a game to spare as they were held to a surprise draw by Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
It's nice. A few shockers, wasn't there, yesterday?
Yeah.
A lot of surprises. Lauren Hemp scored on her first start since September as WSL league leaders Man City brushed aside rivals Man United at the Etihad yesterday. And England head coach Thomas Tuchel can make it 8 wins out of 8 with a win today against Albania. And he was asked how much pride he can take if the Three Lions could get a victory today.
At the moment, it's just the logical result of how we're playing, and that's very rewarding because the investment and the level of the performances keep rising, and the spirit is a strong spirit within the players, and that is what we want to build, and that is like the foundation to have consistently good results. So for tomorrow, we did everything, I guess. The players did everything to be ready, and they need to prove themselves again, because we face a team that has only conceded 3 goals, does not allow big chances. We will have a lot of ball possession. We need to control the counter-attacks, and we need to, somehow transform the ball possession into chances. So it's never easy. It just makes you realize how difficult it is to constantly win and win and win. And the mentality at the moment, there's no reason not to trust our team, because I saw them train yesterday, I saw them train this morning. There are all of them are desperate to play, and it's a good feeling, and hopefully we can prove it.
Thomas Tuchel there. Cass, it'll be a story today if they manage to concede a goal.
Yeah, that'd be one of the main stories. He's done brilliantly well, by the way, hasn't he? If you think of him getting the job, and there was a controversy over whether he should be English or whatever, and the job he's done is basically made England an incredible hard team to beat, but still kept all the goals in the team. You know, and fair play to him. He's done brilliantly well. I mean, look, he's got luxury, and I keep saying it. But when you've got Saka on the right, you've got Kane down the middle, and you can play Eze on the left, or you've got 5 choices of midfielders that can play as a number 10 without naming them all. I mean, that's without Mark Gahey available, in defence. Konza won't be available today. There's 2 centre-halves. They've just got luxury everywhere. I mean, Pickford is literally coming along and being redundant. I mean, I'm sure he'd be called upon along the way, but it's just like...
Doesn't have to do much.
I can't even remember, really, Jordan Pickford pulling off any amazing saves in the last sort of 6-7 games in the World Cup qualifiers. I can't remember too many. He must have made some, but I don't remember too many.
Can we talk about Harry Kane? Because for some reason he's sometimes up for debate if he's still England's best number 9. And of course he is. Another goal for him today would take him level with Pele in international goals.
I know. 79, isn't it? Is it 79 he's on now, is it?
Well, he's got 76.
76 and 77 is Pele, yeah. So, wow. Yeah, I mean, Pele was the sort of flagship of great strikers that, and he hasn't got the Ronaldo record, but Pele did miss tournaments. Pele's story in itself is incredible because, in 58 when he first played, and then it got to 62 and 66 and he'd retired. He retired after World Cup 66. When Brazil went into dictatorship in 68, he was asked, or I wasn't say he was asked to come back, he was told he had to come back to Brazilian football to play the 70 World Cup. He was told, you must play, because it had become a dictatorship in Brazil at that particular time. The dictator wanted him to come back, but wanted more than just, please, could not ask him, but literally, you must come, because it would be so good for the citizens of the country and create a good, feeling within Brazil. And then, of course, they went on and won it, and he became the iconic footballer he already was. He was already a star before that. But to be level, that would be a very proud moment. Anybody level with Pele, because Pele he had everything. He had an amazing leap, great header of the ball, great speed. Technically, Pele had everything.
Off the top of your head, do you know who has most international goals?
Well, it's Ronaldo, isn't it?
It's Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi just behind him.
Yeah.
Talking about Thomas Tuchel, we spoke to Faye yesterday, our England correspondent, about the substitutes. There were some reports in the papers that Thomas Tuchel was saying that our subs have to get on with it. They have to make do with the fact that they are still very much so part of the team. Do you think this will affect the squad if they are not starting?
No, if you've got the right squad with the right characters, it won't affect them, because it's a team effort. Everything about going to a World Cup is based on the team. And I'll give you an example of that, is when England won, and I know it's a long, long time ago, and it's back in 66, some decisions were made over certain personnel that played in that particular team. That was like Nobby Stiles playing, and there was other players that could have stepped in at that time. And Jimmy Greaves, was one of the world's greatest strikers, if not that time ever. didn't make it. And Jeff Hurst gets in the team. You know, I don't ever remember Jimmy Greaves really complaining about it. You know, and all and others involved in that squad. They won it as a team.
And, of course, that such healthy competition would make the subs coming on want to have such an impact and win the game.
Absolutely. I was asked, me and Quinny were asked to do that role.
Yeah.
But basically, we're told, like, you'll be used and then you won't, and you'll come on and you'll come on. And it was literally, we'd done that for the Republic of Ireland. We had and we had a lot of, I'm not just saying it, but with the Republic of Ireland team, we had so many selfless players that really cared about just Ireland. Obviously, you always get someone who was very unhappy about being left out. That's just natural reaction. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing I can say, that all of my players I played with in 88, 90 and 94, they were exceptional people, as in the responsibility to make sure Ireland do the best they can and not do, well, I've got the goal record, I've got the cap record, and I've got the, you know, it was all about how we could be successful as a team.
Yeah. Do you think England have all selfless players?
I think so. I think he's looking at their, you know, the mentality of the group, and I don't think you can question. You know, the Jude Bellingham thing, it was like, you know, I felt he's doing it to get more from Jude. He wants more from Jude. He knows there's more in there. And that's praise. That's not criticism. That's like, I know you've got more.
Yeah.
I know you can do more for England.
Do you think the intimidation that he talked about with Jude Bellingham as well, that he can intimidate some of the younger guys?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Was there a slight punishment in there as well? Or
No,
is that not a healthy thing for the team?
Yeah, I just, look, I've always said, you know, when they say with football clubs you can have bad pros in there and you can have the top pros run the dressing room. That's not a bad thing. If your good pros are doing it for the right reasons, there's many clubs, and Manchester United is one of the greatest example of that, where they had players who would rock the dressing room but still be successful because ultimately they were making Manchester United the best team they could be. It wasn't about just their individual achievements. It was about Manchester United, the side. And you can go back to many teams who have had great teams. And I don't see it as a problem.
And what we saw from...
Player power is the word.
Yeah.
But player power can be a good thing. It can take a lot of heat off the manager, and also the dressing room can sort things out without it being broken up and be divided and having cliques in the dressing room. You get cliques in the dressing room, that's totally different. Now you've got a big problem. You, as a manager, you have to do something about it. Because if there's one group not willing to do as much as the other group, or they don't like particular players in the team and won't pull their weight, now you've got a problem.
Let's focus on Harry Kane in a bit more detail. If he gets another goal today, he'll go level in international goals with Pele. That would be 77 goals for England. We can hear now from the captain. He was asked ahead of the game whether Phil Foden is capable of being his backup.
Yeah, I don't want to say he's my backup. I think, you know, everyone's competing for places, and I think it's not just that position that Phil's trying to get into the team with. He's obviously a fantastic number 10 as well, so I think we have good competition for places. I think he can play as a false nine. I think he's done it for City at times. I think you know, in that sense we probably are similar profiles in how we like to drop and get on the ball and then arrive in the box a little bit later, so he's definitely got the attributes for it. And look, Phil's an amazing player, so he's shown that he can play in different positions, and I think the boss is looking at him to see if he can do that role. And like I said the other night, I thought he come on and done a good job.
Do you think Phil Foden's place in the squad is guaranteed for the World Cup because he is so versatile, or will that work against him?
Don't know. Don't know the answer to that, Shebahn, because I think it will come down to how he does for City between now and the end of the season. And if he shines, and then when he gets the chance to play for England, he's in the squad, and Thomas Tuchel looked at him and thinking, got to take him. You know, that is undecided. There's going to be a battle because of the players we've said, from Eze to Morgan Rogers to Cole Palmer and obviously Phil Foden. And there might be another one that creeps in because Morgan Gibbs-White has obviously been pushed aside slightly since the start of the season. You know, that happens. Yeah. So Phil Foden, if he plays his best football, he'll go.
Yeah. Don't forget today, 4 o'clock here on TalkSport, it will all begin for Albania against England. England making to look at 8 wins from 8 in World Cup qualifying. Unfortunately, next we will turn our attention to Scotland, who got beat by Greece last night. Damn it! Good morning.
Thomas Tuchel's busy trying to bring glory back to England for the first time since '66. But how did he get here? Well, from the sleepy town of Krimbark via some giants of European football, here's his journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krimbark's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players, the attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
This is Weekend Breakfast here on TalkSport. We're live on your smart TV. Turn us on this Sunday morning. You're watching Tony Cascarino, and Tony Cascarino is watching the golf.
Oh, me?
Rory's out.
Yeah, he's played one hole. He's parred first.
I feel like you could get Rupert Bell a run for his money when it comes to golf.
No, I do love me golf.
Yeah.
I do love me golf.
It's the one.
I prefer watching it than playing.
Well, you should, because you're rubbish. Sure. What do you play
That's
up again?
not far from that. That's pretty fair point.
That wasn't very nice of me to say at all. OK, coming up for you in the next hour, Conor Benn picked up a dominant victory over Chris Eubank Jr. at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, live on TalkSport.
Well, everyone's saying I can't box. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. How about that?
We will, sir. A huge game at 2 o'clock today could see Ireland finish second in their World Cup qualifying group against Hungary.
We said we would always take it if we go to the final match, and we still have a chance, and everything is in our hands, and we grab it. We love the fact that it's in our hands now.
Halmir Hallgrimsson looking ahead to that game. We will build up to it in full detail here in the next hour, and England travel to Albania looking to complete the perfect qualifying campaign. Thomas Tuchel says his team will be ready.
There's no reason not to trust our team, because I saw them train yesterday, I saw them train this morning. All of them are desperate to play, and it's a good feeling, and yeah, hopefully we can prove it.
Some squad there at Albania versus England, live on TalkSport from 4 o'clock this afternoon, and we're building up to it all. This is the Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport. How are you going to watch the game 2 o'clock today?
At home.
You're not going to meet up with some of your friends, like going to Andy?
No, not today. I like watching games like this on my own.
Okay.
Because you're on with your mates anyway. You're on the phone. You know, you're all interacting via WhatsApp.
Yeah, but you could go have a wee Guinness.
No, not today. Not today.
Too soon? Too soon to get pumped?
No, because also it's for getting to a playoff. You know, and Ireland were nowhere near that. Certainly a few months back.
Killjoy.
No, I want to just watch the game and see, because I was, the other night was stunning to see the Portuguese game, and Ireland went with a tactic of playing really 5 at the back, and I think Helgensson is going to do the same again. I think he'll pretty much go the same 11. I'd be surprised if he doesn't, if everybody's fit. But they played 5 at the back really well the other night. The Portuguese front line was Bernardo Silva, Ronaldo, and João Felix. Yeah. You know, really big international players.
Yeah. 2:00 today, we have all the updates for you here on TalkSport. Big game for Ireland taking on Hungary. They could get the playoff place to get to the World Cup. We're going to discuss Scotland now. They have a massive game ahead of us on Tuesday, a chance to top the World Cup qualifying group, but have to beat the unbeaten Denmark in order to do so. Yesterday, we managed to be defeated to 10-man Greece 3-2, but Denmark dropped points to Belarus, so it's all to play for. Winner takes all on Tuesday at Hampden. The fact that it's still in our hands and we could still top the group is absolutely amazing. Ahead of this one, manager Steve Clarke talked about the experience in this Scotland team and how he trusts his players to perform well.
Most of them have now got a lot of experience of big games, what to expect and how best to prepare so that they can perform at their maximum. So you have to trust the players that they're going to get things right on the pitch.
Oh, we have to all get behind them as well. This is going to be massive. And he speaks about it there, the experience of the players. You know, we can't not talk now about not having major tournament experience, Cass, because we've been at the last couple of Euros. So we have to own them on Tuesday.
Well, you've got McGinn and you've got McTominay. Both are very likely to get a goal for Scotland, and both have hugely experienced now. McTominay's 28 now? McGinn's 30? You know, they're 2 big players. And got Andy Robertson.
Yep.
You know, got some big players in the Scotland team.
Absolutely. We can look ahead to this one now with former Scotland forward Kevin Gallagher. Good morning, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Good morning, Shebahn. Good morning, Tone. How are you?
Good. Now, I said early in the show, I said the luck of the Irish, I said the luck of the Scots.
I know.
Because what happened last night was the Belarus result was just stunning. But what happened with Scotland has sort of gone under the bridge now. And now it's all about beating, in the last game, Denmark.
Yeah, I think so. I think we could have done with a little bit more pressure on us, to be honest. I think knowing that we're going in the playoffs, whatever the result would be, I think we kind of approached it with a little bit relaxed or over-relaxed, really, shall I say. And, I don't think anybody was expecting the Belarus result, to be honest.
Nobody was expecting that, Kevin.
No, I think it was at 6-1 or something to beat them in the first game.
Yeah,
so realistically, we had to go and beat Greece, and it was a great game for the neutral, shall I say, but not for Scotland. I used to have nails. I don't have them anymore. I chewed them that much last night. But that's what we're up. That's what we're up against. So Shebahn will tell you, we follow Scotland, and that's what we do. We go there, and we've got the hype, the pride, and everything with it, and they go and do this to us and take us to the wire. But I'm really looking forward to it because I'm going up to see it on Tuesday.
Good. I was going to say you might need to eat your toenails.
Well, I've got steel toe caps, so I'll put them on and I can stop that one.
Okay, Kevin, tell us what you felt, because there was some terrible defending. Because there's some, from the striker's point of view, some really poor finishes, and there was some really poor defending in the game.
That's Scotland. you grew up with that, Cass. That's what we're like, And when you think we've got a team that the balance can go both ways, defensively and offensively, it doesn't seem to work. We seem to get it one way and not the other. I think we can't get carried away, because for probably only about 16, 17 minutes of the game against Greece last night, we performed that we looked pretty decent, but the rest of the game we looked very poor. And Greece showed us that. They showed that they had the determination to come and do it, and they done it again. They come and get that early goal. and Scotland have to come out the shell. And once we come out the shell, it opens up, and it shows that we have deficiencies in that team. And the offence side of it, there's no problems. We can create chances for fun, but it's about putting them away and having these guys that have 1 in 4 chances to score a goal. It's difficult for them, you know. And the goalkeeper, I thought, had 2 or 3 magnificent saves where I thought we'd scored. But at the end of the day, you've got to take it in the chin, because we've got one big chance to qualify, and we've not done that since '98. So it's a nightmare.
I know. I mean, the fact that the playoff route is still an option for us, but I don't feel confident with that, Kevin. I don't know about you. I just think it could be a different story at Hampden on Tuesday. A home crowd. I mean, surely the guys have to be pumped for this. Put this one to bed, what happened last night to bed, and go forward and do this. So they deserve this. They should be at the World Cup with this team, I think, anyway.
I mean, the squad of boys they've got nowadays, I mean, you look at the teams that they're all playing for, you know, I mean, Scott McTominay going to Napoli and becoming an absolute Italian legend really there. So, you know, we've got these players, you know, and it's not by chance. I mean, these are very good Scotland players that we don't push enough. No, we go into a shell that way. We're so humble with Scotland, we just accept it and go on with it and say, oh yeah, they're okay, they're average. We talk about experience and age and things like that. You know, we went to the World Cup in '98. You know, we went with probably, I don't know, 20 players that were in their 30s and were very experienced. But we get called Dad's Army. Mm-hmm. Now you're just experienced. So it's kind of, when you do really well, you can't win it. And when you don't do so well, you can't win it either. So I'm just hoping, I mean, we've got a big chance against Denmark, and Belarus have shown us some deficiencies there. So hopefully Steve will pull the VHR or the VHS out, and he'll have a look at that, and he'll show them the Belarus game and see those weaknesses, and hopefully we can exploit Denmark, because they are a strong side and they have been unbeaten. So it's going to be a tall order, but with the Tartan Army roaring behind us, and that crowd will be phenomenal. So hopefully that's our 12th man.
You've played a good number of times yourself, Kevin, in front of the Tartan Army. Can you remember the greatest experience with the fans and how they just drove the team?
Oh, many places. I mean, I think qualifying for '98 World Cup with 2 big games with Austria and Latvia, but they weren't at Hampden. Unfortunately, the Hampden was getting redone. And they were both at Celtic Park, and they didn't let us down. They were nervous at bits of the game when we weren't quite putting chances away. But once that goal went in, the place was electric. It was unbelievable. And those 2 memories of those games, the Latvia game especially, because we won the game, but we still had to wait on a result to find out how we were going to be. So Scotland on Tuesday night can do it without even having to wait for anybody. A victory over Denmark, and that's it. They're going to the World Cup.
Very quickly, it's a defining moment for Steve Clarke as well. He's made it to 2 European Championships with Scotland, but to get to a World Cup would be absolutely massive for him, and obviously for the team. Do you see him making some changes for Tuesday? I mean, we spoke about defensively, Hanley and Suter don't need us to tell them, but it was a really poor game from them.
Yeah, I mean, he took 2 players off, and substitutes 2 attacking players on yesterday. So, no, I mean, I think they will come back. I don't think he'll change much to the side, to be honest. I think he's quite trustworthy of his players. He's got a bunch of lads there that he kind of knows now. He's kind of running the rule of the team now, very, very similar to what Craig Brown done, and he's finding he's getting relative success out of it. So, you know, hopefully that success can carry on to Tuesday night.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kevin,
enjoy it, Kevin.
Yeah, everything crossed. Honestly, no Scotland, no party, eh, Kev?
That's it. No Scotland, no party. That's it. We need us there. We need the Tartan Army.
We do.
We start the party.
We bring the banter, that's for sure. Kevin Gallagher, thank you so much for your time this morning, former Scotland forward. And everything crossed for Tuesday. Coming up next on Weekend Breakfast, we're going to go into the England camp. We're going to speak to our Adrian Durham and look ahead to tonight's game between Albania and England next. It's the Weekend Sports Breakfast on TalkSport with me, Shebahn Aherne, and former Chelsea, Villa and Celtic striker Tony Cascarino. Name the show.
The Apprentice?
Yes. God, you're all over it this morning, Cascarino. The reason we're playing it is because The Apprentice did their Children in Need special.
Right.
And there was a young Arsenal fan handing Lord Sugar to himself. Listen to this.
My dad wants to know if you were the person that made Spurs rubbish.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Controversial. Well, first of all, is your dad an Arsenal supporter?
Yeah.
Are you an Arsenal supporter? When's the last time Arsenal won something?
The Women's Champions League.
Ah, that's a good answer.
He's killed him.
He's done him.
Alan Sugar there is so teed up to say, like, you know, like, wait, well, you can't really say anything, can you? You know what I mean? And then he's come straight out with it. Brilliant.
I love it. The guy there goes, good answer. And I'm like, no, correct answer. That's the correct answer. Very good from that young lad on Children in Need. It's time now to get the latest odds with Coral.
The Coral Daily Download on TalkSport. Brought to you by Coral, the home of a free-to-play Golden Rewards Shaker. 18 plus max one reward per player per selected Shaker day. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Restrictions and T's and C's apply. Gambleaware.org.
And a very good morning to the wonderful Simon Clare. Good morning.
Hello,
Good
Simon.
morning, Shebahn. Good morning. Thank you very much. Wonderful Simon Clare. I don't think anyone's ever
The
called me that.
housewife's
Simon.
favourite.
Before we start, Shebahn has been talking to Scotland all morning. What price of Scotland to win the World Cup?
I think, well,
Taxis outside.
I didn't check those odds, but I'm guessing they're about sort of 500 to 1. But listen, no starting them at all. They've got to get there first. And the match odds against Denmark in a couple of days' time. Scotland 5-2 to beat Denmark. Amazing as you discuss that Belarus result, which gives them this opportunity.
Unreal.
12-5 the draw, 11-10 Denmark. So effectively, it's 5-2 to qualify automatically for the World Cup. Otherwise, it's more playoff attention for the Scots. But I did go to the Euros last year and spent an awful lot of time where I was there for 8 days, and most of it was spent in Dusseldorf, which was taken over by the Scots, to the point where you'd walk down these cobblestone roads and there were barmen, the local German barmen, who would only let people who were dressed in Scottish kits and kilts into their bar because they were so good for custom. Any of the locals or the Spanish fans or the Portuguese fans who tried to get in said, no, we're full. Because they were coming in and drink in moderation. So I think everybody, even the Americans, would like the Scots to get to the World Cup next year.
Yeah, that reminds me. There was an O'Brady's in Marseille that I used to go in that I lived very close to. And the guy who owned it said to me, he was French, said to me, he said, we need to get more of the Irish and the Brits coming over, and because they drink way more than the French. The French have 1 pint for 2 hours.
Exactly. They have a pastiche of water and Pernod for about that's what they call very stereotypical.
Look,
anyway.
Ireland today, Simon.
Yes. Oh, another cracking.
Give us the prices. I'm thinking about maybe 3-1 Ireland win.
He's good, Cass, isn't he, Shebahn? He's good. It is 3-1.
It is 3-1. All right. Okay.
It is 3-1. It's 3-1.
I didn't cheat.
I didn't cheat. I mean, look, Hungary are a really good side in the last. They're 6. I mean, I remember them beating England 4-0. They're a good side. They're even money at home. It's 9-4 the draw. Republic of Ireland 3-1. I mean, a massive game, this, isn't it? To get to the playoffs with a chance against the World Cup. And as you discussed earlier on the show, it didn't even look remotely possible for Republic of Ireland, a week ago. And then that incredible result against Portugal. It would be amazing if they could finish the job off and go to Hungary and beat them. I've got my Irish passport. I'll be watching Cass, reminding everyone. And Brazil this week, I'll remind him, particularly if Ireland get to the playoffs, I'll be reminding him of my Irish roots. But I'll be cheering on as well this afternoon, Cass.
Definitely. It should be a good one today. Kicks off at 2:00. We'll keep you posted on TalkSport. Do you want to talk about the odds for a third fight for Benn, Eubank? Is a trilogy being betted against right now? I mean, both guys kind of put it to bed last night after the fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's 1-1. I mean, it was an incredible fight, a huge performance by Conor Benn. I just put a request in for the traders who are coming back. I asked them for rematch odds. They said, "Do you want odds on whether there's a rematch or what the odds would be if there's a rematch?" Yeah. I've asked for the fight odds. I think Benn, after that display, I mean, it really was a progression from the first fight. I think if they do get back in the ring, Benn will be favourite this time. Eubanks Jr. had been a marginal favourite last night, but a brilliant fight again, a great night's entertainment, lived up to the hype. I suspect it'd be quite hard to resist a third fight, but a lot will depend on both men, both camps. But I think Benn, I don't know what you're taking it. I feel Benn would now go into it as favourite, and it would be for Chris Eubank Jr. to almost to sort of come back and try and avenge that if he wants to.
England are playing later in the day. They're at Albania away. They're going to be odds on. How short, Simon? Yeah,
listen, Albania, it's funny. I had to do a quick double check. They're qualified for the playoffs, haven't they?
Yes.
Comfortably. I mean, so they are the second best team in this group. We always assumed it might have been Serbia. England haven't got anything necessarily to play for, but I think they'd like to win every game in the group. I think they'd be the only team who does that if they do it. Yeah. So they're 2-5 to win, 7-2 the draw, 7-1 Albania at home. The other thing you would say is I was there the other night in England at Wembley, and they won. They did it well. It was a sort of pedestrian performance, solid performance. It's a tough place, Wembley. I spent most of the time with my son watching it, trying to see the game through paper airplanes being thrown, and they were being thrown from the first minute. So you couldn't even say it was because England weren't exciting the crowd. I think if you look at England's away performances, they're almost better. Because they're almost, there is
a couple of 5-0s, haven't they?
Exactly. So I think this could easily be a more enjoyable game. Maybe the opposition come and play at you more than they do at Wembley. I don't know. So I'm hoping for a good game today. But you discussed it briefly on the show that we're still betting on players to make the squad for England. Yeah. And that whole thing around Palmer, Bellingham, the number 10. And if you look at our odds, Palmer's 1-10 to go. Bellingham's 1-8. Rodgers, we think is, Tuchel likes him. He's 2-9 to go. And then it's Eze at 1-3, who scored that great goal on Thursday. And Foden's the biggest price. He's 2s on, because like you said, can you resist? Can you not take Phil Foden to World Cup? But he's the one at 1-2. That's a sort of backable price cast, Shebahn, if you know what I mean, because he's a superstar player for City. But that's by no means certain to go to the World Cup. So that's probably the area of conjecture as we watch this afternoon's game.
And Simon, quick look at Cheltenham, please, before we let you go.
Absolutely. Cheltenham this afternoon, third day of a great meeting. They survived the rain, which hit them on Friday night. The racing yesterday was great, but it's the third day. A couple of horses to call out. In the big race, the 255, Protectorat, owned by Sir Alex Ferguson, Jed Mason and the Hales family. He's favourite there. Dan Skelton and Harry Skelton won the big race. The last 2 days. He's really well fancied. He's 7-2. And Joe Tizard, the yard that we sponsor, Coral and Brendan Powell, our ambassador, rides. They're on Alexi in the Great Wood Hurdle at 3:30, and one of the other big races of the day. He's an 8-1 chance, and the yard's in great form. So I'm hoping they'll go well. But so much you go watch the football, the racing.
What a day!
What more can you do? Just stay in the warm, guys.
Yes.
Simon, thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.
Ciao, Simon. Bye-bye.
Simon Clare there with the latest odds with Coral, 18+, begambleaware.org, and please gamble responsibly.
The Coral Daily Download on TalkSport. Brought to you by Coral, the home of the free-to-play Golden Rewards Shaker. 18+, max 1 reward per player per selected Shaker day. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Restrictions and T's and C's apply. Gambleaware.org.
You're going to say something?
No.
Okay.
I was thinking of the bag. The Birkin
you
bag.
still thinking of Birkin bags?
Well, I was thinking 25 grand for a Birkin bag for a footballer.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. Cass have been showing Instagram of all the players who went into international break with Birkin bags.
It's mad.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
It's bonkers.
Yeah, I tell you, he's got a Birkin bag. Adrian Durham, he's gone to the England game today out in Albania. We'll speak to him next.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can't
told me it can't be done. Now I'ma let the champagne bottle pop. I'ma take it to the top. Show, I'ma make it hot, baby.
Come on, it's a tap-in, Cat.
Is it 50 Cent?
Yes! Who was it called him 50% on air? Was it Ray Parlour?
50%.
Or 50 pence or something? Somebody called him that.
I thought it was. I wasn't quite 100% sure, but I thought it was.
Oh, it was like crack. Good morning, you listen to Weekend
Do you
Breakfast.
think he was paid that much to go on?
Yeah, of course. It was
50 cents.
bucks. Yeah.
No, just 50 cents.
All right, just 50 cents.
I'll pay your name.
Or 50% at 50 cent.
Wow.
That was amazing last night when the ring what happened at this Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, because Connor and Nigel Benn came out to, what's his chops? Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. And
it was unreal. I was like, the two of them are feeling themselves.
Yeah.
And then when it went to Eubank Jr., he walked out to 50 Cent, and then when the camera cut back, 50 was there.
Yeah.
And I got up out the bed like,
You know,
what's happening
I
here?
saw. I think it was Ricky Hatton. Wayne Rooney was in the ring with Ricky Hatton in Vegas. He carried the belt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was Wayne, going back in about 2007-8 time.
Yeah, 50 was sitting there putting his head down by about round 4. Should have walked out of Connor Benn. Not the best performance from Eubank last night, but fair play to Connor Benn. Getting the win, ending that 35-year rivalry between the pair. Here's what's coming up for you on TalkSport today, by the way. 9 o'clock, just after us. The boys are here with the Sunday edition. You've got the best journalist there is, Henry Winter, alongside this man.
It might be an international week, but there's some absolute belting sports for us to go through. I'll be alongside Henry Winter this morning, talking about England's historic win over the All Blacks at Twickenham. I refuse to call it the Allianz. As well as that, all the reaction to the incredible rematch between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. And then we're going to be talking England and Jude Bellingham. What is his future under Thomas Tuchel? And is there a world where he doesn't start for England in the World Cup? All that and more on the Sunday edition with me, Max Scott, alongside the great Henry Winter.
Indeed, they're with us at 9 o'clock this morning. Then it's the warm-up with the other Max of TalkSport, Max Rushton, Barry Glendenning here from 11. 1 o'clock in the Sunday session, it's Natalie Sawyer and Perry Groves. And of course, England out in Tirana for the World Cup qualifier against Albania. Coverage starts at 4 o'clock here on TalkSport. If you got plans, are you heading out this Sunday? You going for a roast? Download the TalkSport app, put us on the table and take us anywhere with you, whatever you're doing today. You're listening to the Weekend Breakfast here on TalkSport.
7 wins out of 7 in this qualification group. They've scored 20 goals in the process.
In all aspects, I'm happy about that because it was a real test. And we won, we kept a clean sheet. Atmosphere is good, energy is right. So
inner and self-belief. Yes, can border on arrogant, but it only comes on arrogance and an issue when you lose games. When we win games, you never hear anything negative about it.
We're happy with the result, 2-0, another win, and still building the momentum, so happy.
Punch clear, O'Reilly back in, staying deflection. Oh, what a goal from Saka. That's a magnificent volley. Just a sensational goal.
So 7 games, 7 wins, 20 goals scored and nada conceded. It's been nothing but dominant in Group K for England. They'll be looking to make it 8 from 8 this afternoon. There for us today, the man watching for us, the one and only Adrian Durham from TalkSport. Good morning, Ed.
Adrian.
Morning, Shebahn. Morning, Tony. Welcome to Tirana, where it's very sunny. It's a beautiful day, actually. Stadium is right behind me if you're watching on the TalkSport YouTube channel, but we couldn't be in a better place to witness England, hopefully, breaking records and going a whole campaign, qualifying campaign without conceding.
In some ways, Aid, it's been, I've watched, Switzerland conceded last night, but they went through their group without conceding a goal until the very last sort of match, and Spain have done a similar thing as England. Is it, the group has been so easy for England just to beat everybody up.
You're right, and it's not the test. It's not what Thomas Tuchel will be judged on. I heard Jason Cundy say on the Sports Bar last week he's going to be judged on 3 games, the World Cup quarter-final, semi-final and the final. I think it's 1 game, it's the final. If he doesn't get to the final, then he's done nothing that Gareth Southgate hasn't done, and therefore you're looking at why he was brought in. That was to win a trophy to win a World Cup final. So that's what he's judged on. Whether that's harsh or not is irrelevant. That's the reality. That's why he was brought in. For qualifying, it is way too easy, but it has been for a long, long time. And we've also got to remember, hit Serbia at a time, certainly in the away game, where they were really, really poor, Serbia. They were there for the taking, and they were shocking. It was one of the worst performances I've seen from a Serbia side against England. At Wembley the other night, I think that 2-0 win for England deserved a lot more credit from a Thomas Tuchel point of view than he got, because Serbia were more of a threat. He changed tactics mid-game as well. If you remember when Jordan Pickford went down, I thought he managed that superbly, to be honest with you. So, yeah, listen, qualifying isn't the judging of Thomas Tuchel. It'll be next summer at the World Cup, though, where we judge him.
What you can say, Aid, is lots of players are shining. You know, if you take Eze that came on and he's finished, because if he becomes a really good finisher, which he did at the end of last season with Palace, and now he shows that with England, Eze's a completely different proposition because he's so gifted. But they've got other players that performances are being lifted because they're getting challenged for their spot in the squad.
Yeah, in certain positions, Tony, you're absolutely spot on, and I thought Eze was brilliant. What's really interesting about Eze is when he was listing the number 10s that are at his disposal, Thomas Tuchel, in the pre-match press conference before Thursday's victory, he didn't actually mention Eze as a number 10. Now, it might just have been an omission. He might have just forgotten his name in the moment. But then he brought him on and played him on the left wing, and he was absolutely magnificent, scored that superb goal, brilliant finish. So it feels to me like maybe Thomas Tuchel sees him as a left winger, and he's up against, Noni Madueke. There are others who could play on the left wing as well. But Eze continues what he's... Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But if Eze continues what he's doing, I'd be totally at ease with him being in the starting 11. That number 10 position's interesting, and you just mentioned Cole Palmer before, a few minutes ago. I've got a funny feeling he's not going to be there. He's only played 65 minutes under Tuchel. That was the win in Andorra, and he was shocking like everybody else was. But Thomas Tuchel doesn't really know that much about Cole Palmer. He hasn't got much time to find out about him.
Interesting. Very interesting, because you would think if Cole Palmer is fit and available, he would be definitely part of that squad, you would think. And in terms of today, do you see them experimenting with the starting 11?
Not really, no. I think that he's quite proud of the record, and I think... When I say not really, what he said yesterday in the press conference about Declan Rice having 65 minutes on Thursday night, Elliot Anderson having 85 minutes before he was replaced towards the end of the game, it might be that he's looking at those two and thinking, well, shall I experiment around those positions? Because those two, as he admitted in the build-up to this game, Anderson and Rice are ahead of the rest. They are there in the starting 11, all being well for next summer. So in his mind, in the 11, those two places are nailed down. But as he keeps saying, he uses the word solutions. He needs to find solutions in case there's a problem. So maybe in those midfield positions, he might start with somebody else. But Jude Bellingham, I think, should start the game. I'll be amazed if he doesn't start the game.
Yeah, I think he will. And I think he's put the test to Jude as in, I think he thinks he can get more out of Jude Bellingham, mate. I just do.
I do as well, and I think if he's saying Rice and Anderson are already nailed on in the team, which it felt like he was saying this week here in Tirana, that means there's only the number 10 position in midfield for Jude Bellingham to go for. So we know that place is up for grabs, and there's a lot of competition. Morgan Rogers feels like he holds that position at the moment, but Jude Bellingham is a world-class player, and if he continues to perform in a world-class way for Real Madrid, it'll be hard to ignore. I don't think there's a problem between Tuchel and Bellingham at all. I don't believe that. Some people might still think there is, but I don't think there is. And I think it all depends on performances. But when Jude came on the other night, I was really impressed. It was clear he wasn't stroppy about it. He wasn't in a mood about it. He just got on with it, gave 100%. He always gives 100%. Sometimes the quality isn't quite there, but that happens, doesn't it? And I thought he was excellent the other night. So I'd love to see him start. And I can see him starting at 10 at the World Cup, to be honest with you.
I was going to say, are you enjoying Albania, Al? How? Aid, are you enjoying it?
Well, listen, yeah, I've been here about 8 hours, so most of that has been spent sleeping. But listen, I've woken up to a glorious morning. So, yeah, the first thing I saw when I got out of the airport was a KFC, and that'll work for me.
See, I'm McDonald's over KFC every day of the week. I just can't get into KFC yet. Anyway, that's a story for another time. By the way, Harry Kane, if he scores today, he'll go level on goals with Pele for international goals. That would be 77. I mean, Harry Kane, still the number 9, still the outright number 9. Foden, do you see him as a good enough backup?
No, and actually Thomas Tuchel made it clear yesterday that it looks like he will be taking another striker. This thing about Harry Kane being the only orthodox striker going to the World Cup, forget it. He says he will be taking another orthodox striker. But in Harry Kane, he's got somebody Harry Kane himself said yesterday that he's playing the best football of his career. This is the best he's ever been. And he is unbelievably good, as we know. And he could be that man to win us the World Cup. But listen, Harry Kane, it's just sensational that we've got him. But how about this? I mentioned this the other night. Erling Haaland scored 2 the other night for Norway. His record for Norway is phenomenal. He was born in England. If we'd gone and got him, imagine that front line of Kane.
England can't have everybody, Aid.
We'd have the World Cup in the bag. But he was born in England. It's not like you, Tony.
It was not Declan Rice and Jack Grealish went through the Republic of Ireland. Imagine them now, the Republic of Ireland being so close. They're playing today. Adrian, can we talk about Scotland last night? I mean, are you thinking that Scotland can get the win at Hampden, top the group and automatically
win the World Cup?
Yeah, win the World Cup.
They're on the way with Ali's army. Yeah, no, I listen, they put themselves in an amazing position. And it's kind of been a bit wobbly and rocky the way they've got there. But listen, I'm one of those that's all for home nations getting to the World Cup, so I haven't got a problem. Once they're there, I want England to dominate. I'm purely England. But I wouldn't mind seeing as many as possible there. So Wales, Scotland, bring it on.
Yeah. We've all got a chance, actually, at the moment. Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Ireland. And, of course, you lot are there looking for 8 wins from 8. Oh, God love me. Adrian, we love you. Thank you so much, and we'll hear from you tonight.
Cheers, Aid. Bye-bye.
Cheers, thank you.
All the best. Adrian Durham there, our voice of live football. Don't forget, kick-off at 5 o'clock. Albania take on England in World Cup qualifying. Of course, they're there, but going for 8 wins out of 8. You're listening to the Weekend Sports Breakfast here on TalkSport. Coming up next, we're going to take you to the Court of Arbitration of TalkSport. Weekend breakfast here on TalkSport. Shebahn Aherne and former Chelsea and Republic of Ireland striker Tony Cascarino. 2 o'clock today against Hungary.
Yeah.
You're feeling the luck of the Irish. You think you're going to get the
No, we need the luck of the Scottish.
You need it, yeah. We've been pretty lucky.
We got the luck of the Scottish, we'll be fine.
Absolutely. Oh, we'll have you updated on that one here on TalkSport. Ireland against Hungary, the chance to make the playoffs and get to the World Cup. What's the chances?
Well, I'm optimistic as in the fact that I think Hallgrimsson has found his formation.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, people like Seamus Coleman have come in with the experience. There'll be a lot of question marks. Obviously, Seamus is 37 and going through, it's Thursday night, so we're basically on 3 days later playing a game again. They put a hell of a lot into the game against Portugal. Now they're going away and they've got to do it all again. I just believe the adrenaline of that night will carry them through this game. But it's going to be tough. Of course, Hungary are favourites. It's at home, but they've got to hang in there and hopefully get them breaks. And like I said earlier, I really believe set pieces can be really important to Ireland.
Absolutely. By the way, Wales take on North Macedonia and a must-win for them. That's their next game to get to the World Cup playoff. Scotland, of course, Denmark on Tuesday at Hampden. Everything crossed for that one. Northern Ireland take on Luxembourg tomorrow, 7:45.
Yeah, they've already got in via the playoff and Nations League, haven't they?
Yeah.
Northern Ireland.
And like we say, Hungary Ireland at 2 o'clock today, a must win for the boys in green. Some of your other headlines you're waking up to today in Rugby Union's Autumn Nations Series. England defeated New Zealand for only the 9th time in the 120-year rivalry, winning 33-19. What a performance from England yesterday. Young Henry Pollock has taken all of the papers. Don't know if you've seen it. You know Henry Pollock, when he's playing, he always plays with a mouth guard.
Yeah.
Sticks out. He was like licking his lips at the All Blacks doing the haka. Made for the big stage. It's brilliant to see.
Look, England beat the All Blacks and Ireland beat Australia. And Australia and New Zealand are always with South Africa at the top end of rugby, aren't they?
Yeah.
Big results.
Yep, and there's lots going on over on TalkSport.com. Here's Sean O'Brien with everything you need to know.
Yes, head over to TalkSport.com, where we've ranked every Englishman who moved abroad during the summer transfer window earlier this year. Alongside big names like Marcus Rashford and Trent Alexander-Arnold, find out how the likes of Ben Chilwell and Joe Bellingham are getting on at their new clubs in Europe. Speaking of new clubs, Jordan Ibe is on the move again. He's signed for Lokomotiv Sofia in Bulgaria just 17 days after joining an English non-league side. And in League Two, find out why one club had just 3 players on the bench yesterday. That's all over on TalkSport.com.
Ooh, Sean O'Brien with the latest there. Thank you very much. By the way, the latest TalkSport Daily podcast looks at which Brazilian strikers in the Premier League are the real deal. You can check out the latest episode. Ollie Klink, Perry Groves and South American football expert Tim Vickery, who knows everything about anything in South America. Take a look at the Premier League's Brazilian strikers, from Thiago, João Pedro, Richarlison, Mateus Cunha, Igor Jesus and many, many more. Who's the real deal for you?
I'm going to be biased because of the year I played in. That the Brazilians, they were the best.
Yeah,
they were the best out. It was Romero, Ronaldo.
Not the same now.
No, Ronaldinho. No, they're not. No, they're all good players. They're all really top players.
Of course.
But Brazil set the benchmark, and we talked about Pele earlier.
Yeah,
and there's many others. Brazil haven't got that at the moment.
When it comes to Mateus Cunha, Perry Groves explained how Manchester United can get the best out of him.
He's played in different positions. He's played 5 as a centre forward, 4 as an attacking midfielder and 1 as a second striker. And I think his best performance against Brighton. And that's when he scored. They beat Brighton 4-2. And that's where he played as an attacking midfielder as one of the 2 10s behind Chesko. That is definitely, without any doubt, the position where he'll have miles more impact on the game. But on the boiling point side, I was lucky enough for TalkSport to be at Bournemouth Wolves. And I don't know if you remember where he got an absolute worldie where he smashed it in the top bins with no drag back at all, with his technique. And then he gets involved in something absolutely ridiculous. Has a playground fight basically and gets, I think he got a 5-game suspension. And that,
he did.
That was him in a nutshell.
That was when he knocked the guy's glasses off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cunha, how they can get the best out of him at Manchester United. You can listen to that in the TalkSport Daily podcast, wherever it is you get your podcast. Listen for free as well on the TalkSport app. And it's time now for this.
Setting the record straight. The Court of Arbitration for TalkSport. Calling Tony Cascarino.
It would be a shame to have someone called Cass with us and not turn it into the Court of Arbitration for Sport. TalkSport. Tony Cascarino casting his judgment over some of the controversial questions in sport and deciding their fates. Let's start with this. You travel quite a lot, Cass. Here's Jason Cundy and Jamie O'Hara on the sports bar aeroplane etiquette.
I mean, I fly economy everywhere. I'm not bothered about. I don't. I'd rather spend my money when I'm on holiday.
No, you're on this
than
flight
plane.
with me, right? Business class, you and me over there, right?
Upper class.
Upper class, you and me.
I want to be. I'd ask to be in the top.
No, I'm next year.
No.
You ain't talking to me.
No, I don't like talking to people on a plane. No, I don't get it. People get up and you go on a plane. You know, there's etiquette to plane. People annoy me in airports, right? Be ready when you get to the gate. Get your passport out. Have your boarding pass ready. Security, get your iPad out. Be ready to get through. Get me through. I want to get in.
Now you're on the plane with a glass of champagne.
I want to get on the plane, mate. Headphones in.
No.
That's it.
Let's say this flight.
Bit of Football Manager on my iPad. Headphones in.
No, hold on.
Hood up.
Couldn't agree with Jamie O'Hara anymore, to be honest.
That's like the film Planes, Trains and Automobiles, isn't it? When you get next to Jamie and Jamie just don't want to talk to anybody.
And Jason Cundy does chew your ear off.
Oh, he will do. Jason, but he knows that Jamie doesn't want to talk to him, so he'll deliberately just keep chatting and chatting.
This is terrible, but
that's Jason.
Next to someone on the plane and they've got pure death breath.
Oh.
And you're in that confined area and I'm like, pure, do you know what I meant? Make me want to vomit.
Oh, no, that's...
no.
Planes are... flying is a really bizarre experience now.
Stressful.
It's so much hard work. There's not much enjoyment at all with airports, the parking situation and just getting there and queuing and
unless you're minted
delays
and you go business everywhere and you go through the lounges.
Well, if you're minted, just take a private jet.
Well, you're
Big and Hill Airport.
Minted to
straight
level.
to Spain.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Just bypassing it all.
Portugal, yeah.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Have you ever done it?
What, been business?
No, have you ever been on a private?
No.
No, I have.
No.
I have.
Okay. When was that?
A friend. Well, I've done it in the Caribbean for a friend. And I've also done it when he's gone to Ireland. And it's like, when you do it, you think, this is lovely. You just come away thinking, if you've got that much money, it's just an incredible experience because you just turn up, you put your names on the list, and they take your bag, you just sit in the lounge, and get the plane is ready. What time's the plane flying? It's flying at 10:30. You just get on it.
Cascarino Airways.
No, it's nothing to do with me. It was only because of someone I know that
you are the
now living in Jamaica. He's gone, and how selfish of him to leave us all out.
What a bad friend, honestly. Yeah.
The friend in need is a pest.
By the way, Ireland in action today. Cass, I'll be thinking of you as it all gets underway. 2 o'clock, Ireland take on Hungary and a chance to get that playoff place to get to the World Cup. Are you confident?
Yeah, I am. I just want the messages coming in again. Incredible, like it was on Thursday.
Listen, good luck, enjoy it, enjoy England, Albania today, live for you on TalkSport at 4 o'clock. Irish fans, hope you enjoy yourself, hope you're celebrating later on this afternoon as well. Cass, we'll see you next weekend.
Yep, see you, Shebahn.
Take care of yourself. On the way next on TalkSport is the Sunday edition with Max Scott and Henry Winter.
Na hebar sok shalom kani